Hello, it's me, the little guy, and our friend Jill. How is Jill?
I just finished the last bite of my sandwich.
Yeah. What's on your sandwich?
Turkey, Kobe Jack, cheese, bacon, guacamole, mayo, some of those like crispy French onions that you put on top of like casseroles, because we just have a bag of them, and I'm like, I just sprinkle them on things occasionally, like mac and cheese or sandwiches.
Oh, I call those cowboy fries.
Yeah, and then some kosher deli pickles.
The ones that are ancient.
They're probably at least 2 years old because we haven't bought those kind of pickles in a long time. But they're good.
I think I have pickles from July in my fridge, actually. Hello, Brody.
They were very, very good. Like, they still taste... I opened it. There wasn't any weird floaty things. Nothing stuck to the lid. You know, like you look and see, okay, is there any, like, nastiness? Because there's a 3-step process to, is this thing actually still good? Does it look okay? Yeah. Does it smell okay? It smells like pickles.
I mean, like, you can't really go bad in vinegar, so...
Right. It's a preservative.
Yeah. Because I always thought, like, wouldn't that be a weird way to, like, preserve your body? It's just get pickled?
I mean...
I've thought about this my whole life, actually. I was just like...
You've thought about being pickled your whole life?
So I had this weird fascination with pickles as a kid. Hi, Orville! I had this weird fascination with pickles as a kid. Every Christmas, I would ask the mall Santa for a jar of pickles. And he'd look at me funny, and I'd be like, look, Santa, it's realistic, right? And every Christmas, there was a jar of pickles under the tree. And, like, I just ate pickles all the time. Like, thank you for the host, Sunberry. You know, I'm just like, oh, I would love to be pickled, you know? That'd be a nice way to preserve my weird body, you know? Yeah, I just love pickles. Concerns. I feel like if I was a Bug Snacks character, I would want to be turned into pickles.
Oh yeah, if you were a Bug Snack, you'd be a pinkle.
Yeah, a pinkle. You guys came into something. My love of pickles.
I always say that if I was a Bug Snack, I'd be a Mega Maki.
Yeah.
I fucking love sushi. And also, it's giant and obnoxious like me.
I fought that bitch last night. And I'm like trying to have a lovely conversation about like dogs or testosterone or something. And I can't enjoy the conversation because I'm trying to fight this stupid dragon thing.
And it's out there yelling, Mega Maki.
You sound just like it.
The first time I fought the Mega Maki, I was streaming to a group in Discord, and they were shocked at how quickly I beat it. I was just like, flex, dab.
You're just good at games, and I'm not.
Well, I also took an exceptionally long time to beat a boss snack that I don't think you've encountered yet. So, because there's 4 of the boss snacks.
Oh, okay. I think I beat 2 of them. The moth pizza thing in the desert.
Did you do the one in Flavor Falls with Chandlo?
Maybe? Nana, did I do that one? I don't remember.
Oh, it was Mama Melon.
Yeah, I did Mama Melon. I did Mama Melon. So I did 3 of them. I did the pizza, I did Mama Melon, and I did Mega Maki.
The last one is up in the mountain.
Yeah, I gotta do the I don't remember the name. Scoopy Banoopy.
No.
No?
Scoopy Banoopy it's similar to the Praying Picantis. It's one that can be broken up into 3 smaller bug snacks. And then you can also catch it whole, which is a pain in the butt because it's frozen, and so you first have to catch it on fire, and then you have to stun it, which you can do 2 for 1 because your tripwire can be set on fire.
You're so smart. Girl, I just need you on voice chat when I do bug snacks.
I mean,
yeah.
I sat there and I tried to give you instructions via text and it didn't go well. So I was like, well, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hang out here and watch the chaos happen.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, now you know it's like Big Nana. But yes, Jill is smart. How's Sunberry? How's Brody? How's Nana? How's Orville? Are you guys having a great day?
I need to cool it on this Gatorade or I'm gonna have to pee in 20 minutes.
I mean, like, I got a big thing of water in my new bottle. It's big. It's full of leaves. And then I got my boobly. I'm drinking the lime. Bro, you got the baby hands already? I'm not even playing the game yet. I'll do the baby hands right when the game starts. So I'll just be like...
Did you ever see the series?
Try talking when you can't be obnoxious. What if I put them in my mouth?
There was a series of videos where somebody had like baby hands and they pulled their hands inside their sleeves and just had the tiny hands out.
Yeah.
And they were like going around to their people in their office. I want to say it was like BuzzFeed office or something.
Okay.
Like that. And she was like stroking people's cheeks and being like, "Why you cry?" And it was just the weirdest shit I have ever seen.
I did it! I drank water! I was choked on it.
I have concerns.
I had the hands in my mouth. And then I would dehydrate. So I drank water with the hands in my mouth.
Watching the subtitles,
What
trying
do
to
they say?
figure out what you're saying. It says something, Adderall, drink water, choked on it, another Dean, hydrate, Georgia lottery.
Now they're all wet. Hydrate Georgia lottery.
What did you think was gonna happen when you put it in your mouth?
You know what? Sunbay is just jealous that Sunbay doesn't have as cool friends as you.
What?
I could have made that even weirder, but I didn't. Listen, I'm exhausted and I will do anything at the expense of laughter.
You know, that I can attest to. I have watched you do incredibly stupid shit for the purpose of laughter.
And it will get worse.
Oh, Lord.
Just wait till Saturday. I got some shit. Oh, Orville wants a Clickle article. Ooh. We can read it together.
I forgot that we spend half an hour just dinking around now.
Yeah, let me... I just forgot about... We'll read the... I was like, oh my god, we've been talking for 26 minutes. I forgot I went live 10 minutes ago. I'm so tired.
Do that. Just get distracted and be like, oh no, it's been an hour. And I'm just like, yep.
Oops. Well, like, luckily, tomorrow's my appointment with a doctor. I'm gonna ask them about stimulants, so... Hopefully, they actually give me an answer, unlike the last two doctors I called, so... You know how it is. Click venture or click... Ooh, let's do a click venture and me and Jill can fight over the options.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I fair warning that I'm going to be behind on whatever you show on screen.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. I like this title. Where's the thing? You are the Cannibal Lobster Man of New England. Can you become the governor of Maine? Hubris Laboratories, outskirts of Augusta, Maine. You look down at your powerful affront to God's body. You spent your entire life imprisoned in this glass tank, hungering for human flesh. The scientists only feed you pellets. You don't want pellets, and today is the day you finally can't take it anymore. You hear the sounds of a tour group approaching your glass prison. The tour leader brings the tour group right up to your tank. Welcome to Hubris Laboratories, the most advanced science research center and only science research center in Maine, he says. To start off the tour, I'm proud and ashamed to show you our Cannibal Lobster Man. This is a vial of lobster DNA, the substance we squirted into human embryo to make our Cannibal Lobster Man. A little known fact about lobsters is that they're biologically immortal. That means that they don't die of old age but live forever unless something kills them. We had hoped to combine lobster and man to discover the secrets of eternal life, but instead we combine lobster and man into a lobster man. Lobsters!
There's no need to feel down, I said.
Lobsters!
Lift that man off the ground.
Just like, what the fuck?
Man, because you're in a new town and there's kids to be.
You guys look cute.
This has nothing to do with you possibly having ADHD and everything to do with you being a ham for the camera. No, I'm like this in real life. You can ask Seth. Crap called his pasta wheat flesh today. Okay.
Well, that's a word I've heard now.
Yeah. Don't be afraid. The lobster man is behind a pane of solid glass. The material windows are made out of, so you're perfectly safe. Feel free to get closer and bother it. Step on the glass. Show out your succulent human flesh. Touch the cannibal lobster man. All of these activities are fun and encouraged. As long as the cannibal lobster man doesn't break the glass, everything will be fine. So are we gonna break the glass or don't break the glass?
That's a good question. Honestly, you know, I had a thought.
Yeah.
Some people get upset by the word moist. I think succulent is probably the word that gives me the reaction.
So if I told you that me and Nana had succulents in our bathroom, you would not want to go in our bathroom because of that word?
No. It's just when I heard you say it just now earlier, I was like, oh.
Yeah. I got a couple. You know what word really gets me? Panties. Like, why does it sound like that? Just call them underwear.
Oh, so speaking of underwear,
Yeah.
I made a pun today that apparently Nan had never heard, and it took her 2, processings to actually understand it. So somebody said that something was driving them nuts, and I said, like a steering wheel on your undies, it's driving your nuts.
Yeah.
And at first she was like, wow, that was really stupid, why would you say that? Like, how dare you type of thing. And then 5 minutes later, she goes, oh, boo! The pun didn't process.
Oh, Orville liked it though. She's here. That didn't give Orville internal bleeding. We won! They're watching a video on yucky horror movies. I'm not a fan of the word flesh. Interesting. And Brody, if you don't like that word, then how do you even think about the Green Day album? I'm gonna break the glass on the lobster man.
we were just hanging out today, and she was playing Ark, and I can't get Ark to work without giving me severe headaches, so I was playing Forager. We were just hanging out, and I was like, I went back it was like an hour after I'd posted it, and I went back over and I was laughing because of other people's reactions to it, and I was like, hey Nan, have you read this part yet in this particular channel? And she was like, no. And she went over there and she's like, how dare you? And then a delay and boo. And it was the funniest thing. I laughed for 5 minutes straight, nonstop. I could not stop laughing.
That's so funny. You're a master of comedy. Oh, that makes sense, Orville, because we are the lobster man. I forgot that we're the lobster. Oh no, this is bad. The cannibal lobster man broke the glass. It's not supposed to do that. Hunger. Want eat. It looks like the cannibal lobster man we created is going to eat us, shouts the scientist giving the tour. I agree with you, screams his colleague. The cannibal lobster man hungers for human flesh, and we're made of that stuff. Eat the scientists. Ew, that's a nice picture of meat. You chew, nah, you nah. The flesh of scientists fills your crustacean gullet. Your hunger is sated, for now. Now that your mind isn't overcome by primal hunger for human flesh, you can consider more intellectual topics. Who are you, really? What does it mean to be neither lobster nor man, but a lobster man? Does your life have a grander purpose than just eating humans? Who am? Eat some more scientists while you ponder these philosophical questions. You greedily stuff several more scientists into your mandibles and chow down on their savory human flesh. Where belong? Devour a few more scientists while contemplating if there is a place in this world for half-human, half-lobster hybrid. You rend apart more scientists with your mighty claws, and slurp down their tissues and juices with your undulating mouth parts. Mournfully thump your crimson tail while wondering what life goal you should pursue, and also sucking the marrow out of the scientist bones.
I would like to also add the word undulating to the uncomfy list.
Yeah, this is just full of disgusting words, and I love it. And I wish that I could see your face right now. You're probably horrified. You're our hero. Jesus. You're our hero, Cannibal Lobster Man, cheered the group of tourists, interrupting your cannibalistic feast. You could have eaten us, but you didn't, because you ate those scientists instead. Should we say meat, good, or unintelligible clicking? I think I'm gonna click. We're going to tell everyone that Cannibal Lobster Man is an upstanding person who only eats some of the people around him. Maine could use a governor like you. Have you considered running for office? Do we want to eat a tourist or run for office?
Clearly you want to run for office.
Yeah, let's do it. We could swim for office. Could this be...
You're gonna scuttle for office.
Could this be your purpose in life? To represent the good citizens of Maine as their governor? It's a big responsibility, but you feel that you're up to the challenge. You'll never get elected, though. If you just hang out in a laboratory and consume people, your next step should be to head to Maine state capital of Augusta and start your gubernatorial campaign. You bound down the highway at 80 miles an hour, passing cars and trucks.
Good lord, how big is this lobster?
Yeah. Passing cars and trucks honk greetings at you, displaying the famous friendliness that Maine is known for. Hi, Herky! How are you? I love Herky. Herky's great. You just watched Hostel? We love Herky. Okay, clack your claws to say hello and keep running, or screech an ear-piercing friendly wail and keep running. Ooh, I want to screech. Just
Discord did not like that sound.
I love Herky! I love that your name is like pastel purple. I think it's a deliberately left vague to be more humorous and horrific. Video on Hostel, which is a big yikes. After a short while, you reach the main state house. Since you were spawned in a lab and spent your whole life inside a glass tank, you aren't quite sure how the electoral process of becoming governor works. Me, governor! Spray seductive urine out your face glands onto the steps of main Capitol building.
Oh, nasty.
You piss alluring pheromone-filled urine onto the Capitol building until both of your bladders are empty, but you still don't seem to be governor. Maybe you should ask someone how to run for office.
Orville, did you read this before?
Orville, what the fuck? I love you! Orville's my soulmate now.
What the shit?
Lurch towards a nearby single mother who is struggling to make ends meet in this economy. Lobster man, I'm a struggling single mother of 4 darling boys, and I have to work 2 jobs as a waitress and a vascular surgeon to put food on the table. I'm also working a 3rd job as a roofer for fun, but I hate my other 2 jobs and have to do them because I'm poor due to Maine's busted economy.
Wait, she's a surgeon? And
a waitress.
Right, but like that second job should be more than enough to support an entire family.
Okay,
like,
Maine is like really poor. Like, as someone who was there a month ago, it's really poor.
Surgeon.
It's a busted economy, Joe.
Well, then leave.
Not enough for Maine, yeah. Econ.
And why do you know that lobsters piss on each other to mate? Why is this a thing that you know?
Oh, Herky, we'll do Powerwash Simulator in a minute. Orville redeemed Clickhortical, so... Lordberg reminds me of shrapnel a little. Yeah, actually, that's correct. I'm glad to know that lobsters have two bladders. Maine's economy is completely reliant on the beached whales that wash ashore. Hello, Jamie. I love you.
Are you telling me that lobsters have a sex bladder and a regular bladder?
Or they just have two bladders. Nan, I appreciate you and your love of lobsters. Thank you for having a special interest. We love autism in here. It's great. Give me more autism. Please, just info dump. Please, I love it. Yes, I take 20 minutes. Maine's economy is completely reliant on beached whales that wash ashore. Every job in this state depends on harvesting the bounty of rotting whale meat. Practically everything here is made out of beached whales. From the blubber burgers sold in restaurants to the whale oil that fuels our cars, to the whale skin pants I'm wearing right now. There used to be plentiful whales flopping on every beach in Maine, but in recent years, whales unfortunately only beach themselves a few times a week. I was reading up on them while I made an OC. His name was Lazuli, and learned so much while researching. I love that. We're gonna say...
I don't think I've met that OC.
I love this. You guys are so cool. Can you help us, Cannibal Lobster Man? Can you fix Maine's economy and make voters like me believe in the American dream again? Governor me! Eat the struggling single mother. Not that picture again! I know more about crabs, which evolution favors, because it wants everything to be crab. You pounce on the struggling single mother and tear into her torso with your claws and antennae, then pluck out the pulsating organs within. The human flesh is delicious, but now you'll have to find someone else to ask about becoming governor. Amble over to a savvy political advisor who's hanging out in front of the Capitol building. Cannibal Lobster Man, your poll numbers are soaring, the political advisor says. The news of how you didn't eat everybody at the laboratory is blowing up across the web. You have support among key demographics that don't want to be in and approve of the fact that you haven't eaten very many people yet. If you play your cards right, I think you have a real shot at becoming governor. I would be honored to serve you as your campaign manager. Personalization and mustilization. Hoorah! Oh, governor! Eat the political advisor's hand. You lean forward with your razor-sharp mandibles and bite off the political advisor's hand. Yes, this is exactly the kind of passion the voters are looking for. He cheers as blood spurts from his severed wrist. They want a governor who makes bold moves and isn't afraid to speak his mind. How, governor? Before you can run for office, you have to get money, your political advisor says. Money is the rectangles that make people do things. Once you get money, you can buy TV commercials that will tell voters to elect you as governor. I'm gonna turn down the music just a second. It's a little loud for me. Very loud Kirby jazz. We'll get money, vomit up bones. You vomit dozens of human bones onto the political advisor's feet. He patiently waits for you to finish. We'll get 6-minute long retching noise. Money! Politicians get all their money from one or two sources. The first is to get your money from a corporation, which is a big group of businessmen who live in a skyscraper. Corporations have lots of money to hand out, but they'll also make you promise to let them pollute as much as they want once you're governor. Other option. The other source of money is unions, which are a group of people who like to wear hard hats. I'm just imagining Starbucks baristas now wearing hard hats. Unions can give you money, but they'll make you promise that once you're governor, nobody will ever get fired from their job ever again. Unfortunately, corporations and unions are arch enemies, so you can't take money from both. You'll have to choose one financier and stick with them. Are we gonna get money from corporations, money from unions, or stick to your principles and refuse to be bribed?
Well, I mean, like, how are you going to be bribed? You're a lobster. You don't understand how money works.
Shit, you're so right. That's a convincing argument for me. By refusing to accept money from corporations or unions, you foolishly doomed your bid for governor. Grassroots donations from voters only raise enough money for a mayoral campaign, and you are elected the mayor of Bangor, Maine! Your request for the Maine governor's office has failed. Either way, that's a success in my book.
I was literally just being like, how long is this article?
I had fun. But we got Powerwash Simulator to play.
Okay.
Look at that seamless transition. Not really. How do you do career mode?
So you just literally just click on it.
Uh-oh, it's not responding.
You sat here for too long, now you have to
there we
restart
go.
the game.
Okay. So, career co-op hosting available once a job has started.
Yeah,
or
so
I
you have
can
to
join.
You have to open the just click clean the van.
Okay. I got a WASD.
Yeah, and then
Is it bad that I gush about Shrap in chat? I don't care. He's a friend of ours. You can do whatever the heck you want, buddy. Within reason. Okay.
Within reason.
How do I
That is-
invite a friend?
Okay, so hit the I want to say escape key. And that
Okay.
should pull over from your menu. And you should have that option.
Allow another player to join and assist. Confirm! Friends only. I'm gonna invite you. Beep. Ooh, I hope I don't get sick from this.
As long as you don't move too fast, you'll be fine. And you can turn down the sensitivity of your mouse in the settings if you need
Ooh, I
to.
want to turn that down. That's very loud.
Oh yeah, the water sounds are super loud.
How do I open that? Oh, here we go. I didn't expect it to be that loud. Water volume. Please do not be that loud. Okay, cool. Hello. You're purple!
Yeah, so are you.
We're purple flags! Oh, this is fun. Are you gonna teach me about all the... Oh, that is still super loud.
Yeah, it is crazy loud.
Dear God. Okay. I think they made a thing to change how you move for motion sickness. Okay. Yeah, I think as long as I go pretty slow. But I can also, like, focus on the stream. Because some games, they don't have, like, something directly to look at. If you know what I mean? Like, if you're looking at a reticle, the reticle does not help me in having, like, a grounding object. So, like, third-person games are fine for me because I have the person there to look at. Well, first person doesn't really have that option. So, like, this one, I can just stare at the stream of water. I can also change the FOV. My problem with Minecraft was I changed the FOV so many times, and it still, like, did not help.
Minecraft is basically unplayable in third person too.
Yeah. Oh, it was absolute torture. Like, I played Minecraft for, like, a school project once,
Oh, Lord.
and then it was over for me.
You're like, well, this is never happening again.
Yeah. Because in high school, I did this thing that was like, well, what was it? It was for anatomy class. We had to build a model of the epithelial system, like the layers of skin and stuff. And some people were building like cakes and stuff, and I didn't want to be like everybody else and use a cake. So I was like, oh, my girlfriend bought me Minecraft. I'm gonna play Minecraft and build skin in that. So I made like, so we co-opted on it together and built Minecraft because you could do it in teams. And we were both in anatomy together. And like, we got an A on it, but she did all the work because I got sick halfway through and all I did was build the hair.
Yep.
How do I jump? Ooh! Look at all this bird shit!
Yeah, nobody cleans anything in this town.
Nana was telling me that there's lore.
There is lore.
Look,
really
a gnome!
weird. Yeah, the gnome shows up often.
I love gnomes.
So your nozzles, the more narrow the nozzle, the harder the spray is, the better it cleans. Got my fingers on the wrong buttons like a doofus. If you hit the tab key, it will light up. Oh, you're blue now. You were
I'm
purple
blue?
before. Yeah, you were purple when you first loaded in, but now you're blue. You can change that in the settings.
You said tab to see the things?
Yeah, if you hit tab, it's supposed to light up any dirt that is like visible. But if you can't tell what needs to be cleaned, you can hit escape and it shows the object. So like one of the tires.
Boom!
Yeah.
I can't build crap. I have speech to prep. Oh, I missed out on chat really much. Let me just a second. I started playing Minecraft at the very start of semester of community college and had to really curb my enthusiasm on ensure how my homework was done. Uh-oh. Now, why did you spray the gnome? The gnome needed a shower! And Tastic's here. Hi. The lore is that the cannibal lobster man in New England sprayed his urine from his face glands onto all the cars of people who didn't vote for him. See, I was actually getting you primed for the game. Thank you! Oh shit. Where'd my mouse go? Chat paused to scroll. Mr. P-Face! Hi, Tastic!
You hit, if you hit
oh,
escape...
Hey, it's us.
It
Look at us go!
me.
Yeah, I am blue.
It disconnected me from the game session, so I'll have to rejoin, but...
Clean the back garden. Cleanse him of his sins. Alright. Fearless mode will end the... Oh, so invite a friend. Invite you again. Okay. And start. Oh. Wait. I heard your cat! Tastic, how are you today?
Hi, Buttons.
Did I invite you? There we go.
She has words.
Can't stay long, so I just wanted to say I heart you all. I love you, Tastic. You are one of my favorite humans.
We can actually push each other with the spray. Just a little bit.
You're moving me!
Yeah.
How does that feel? How does that feel?
I'm standing against a wall.
Well,
so...
wash your butt.
Oh,
there.
thanks.
Okay.
If you right-click, it continues the spray. You don't have to hold down the button. If you press R, it rotates your stream, so if you're using one of the wider sprays, it changes the direction.
By what?
If you press R, it rotates your nozzle so that it sprays in a different direction.
Whoa! I'm going through a cave in Ark, and I don't know why, but there are golden geese in here. How did I change my nozzle again?
Scroll wheel.
Whoa. I feel like a god. I've seen Game Grumps do this level. They talked about Ram Ranch while they did this level. That's something I forgot to do at Sith's house. Was you can ask if you ask Alexa to play Ram Ranch, she'll like ask you, or she'll pull like a random number. People didn't realize that there was more than one Ram Ranch.
Oh.
It's like a copy pasta YouTube song.
Oh no.
It's not safe for work, so consider this as a 16+ stream. I'll see you later on Discord.
Oh Lord.
I'm a man of crime.
You're a man of principles.
Yeah, my principles are crime. BRB, is Mothman looking up Ram Ranch? I mean, if that's what they want to do, hell yeah.
I mean, shoot, do what you want to do.
How do I crouch?
Oh, so I had a twofer today in the incredible pun category.
Yeah.
So I already told you about, driving me nuts, but the other one was we were just sitting here in dead silence, and then I had a thought, and I was just like, I was like, can I share something with you? It's kind of silly. You know how I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV a lot?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you know how there's an enemy in the game called a curl?
I did not know that.
Okay, it's like a cat, it's like a giant like cat thing. Like, anyways, I was like, so do you think they have Curl Scouts?
Oh, that's good.
And she just goes, well, they do now.
That's so funny.
I didn't even get a boo on that one. That was just, I think she was just impressed.
I started playing Ocean Man by Weezer? Weezer covered Ocean Man? No fucking way. Ooh, wee, ooh, I look like Ocean Man. Uh-oh. I haven't listened to Weezer in so long.
I listened to Weezer's cover of Lost in the Woods from Frozen 2 a lot.
What?
What?
They covered Weezer covered Frozen 2?
Lost in the Woods, yeah. It was one of the songs that played during the credits of the movie.
What?
You know how they always do the thing where they'll like take the songs and then they'll like commission like bigger artists, big name artists or whatever to do a cover of it? Yeah, Weezer did Lost in the Woods. And they even did a music video for it, which was hilarious.
Is that
because
the one...
it emulated the scene from the movie when Kristoff was singing the song originally.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the one with Kristoff.
Yeah, that's the one he sang with the freaking reindeer. Yes, and Weezer they have a cover of it.
God, if it wasn't for a DMCA, we would be listening to it right now. You just erased my gay. I sprayed your ass because you erased my gay. You gotta clean your ass, bud.
You apparently left some gunk on this doghouse roof.
Did I?
Yeah, you can see the like progress on it. I think it's under the ledges. If you hover your reticle over stuff, it will give you the like cleanliness progress, so you can see.
Yeah, it's a non-spam day because I'm tired. You can use commands. Just reminding you guys, you can use the video commands, just not excessively. Because I had a hard day at work.
I also cannot tolerate excessive noise commands, but it's fine because I can't actually hear them.
Awesome. Yeah, if anybody likes to lurk, just letting people who don't know that, if you like to lurk, make sure that you mute the tab and not the actual website. Like, don't mute on the video player because it will not count your view anymore. So you just go up to your tab in Chrome and left click or right click and press mute tab.
See, I thought that it would only let you mute the whole site and that they could track that.
No, you can mute tab. They can't track that.
I just keep it a hair above mute anyway.
Yeah, that also counts. I do that when I'm in therapy. I just throw up someone else's VOD real quiet. Or someone else's stream real quiet. I'm more of a VOD watcher these days. You watched it? Mothman, I admire your commitment. You're a wonderful person. Just slide the volume down? Yeah, because I can get loud.
You can get loud.
I just get really excited. I wish I could be excited about things all the time. You know, Nana was like, I live with you. You're not always like that. No, Nana, you get the free depression view.
I thought you were gonna say free Shavakadu.
I don't like avocados, but okay. No, not everybody gets to see me depressed.
Like, that was just like the first thing that came to my brain was free Shavakadu.
Come on down to Del Taco, they got free Shavakadu. You gotta get like that little voice crack at the end. Because your voice cracks because she's so fucking excited.
I don't even think my voice really cracks.
Here, I'm gonna draw something for Brody.
What? Oh, That's like the time when I was doing the skate park.
I drew a Mogus.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Remember when we were hanging out in Call and I was like cleaning the skate park in this game?
Yeah.
And then I think y'all saw something in the background that was like, it was like a trash can or something.
Jamie, you sold pins. Like your own design or like pins that you had too many of? Because I was thinking how cute it would be to have Bulba Boy branded pins, and I would commission Jamie to make them. Pins that I had too many of. Okay, cool.
Usually it's, I bought pins, so this is an interesting surprise.
Yeah, right? She just freed herself out of pin jail. Surprise Pikachu face. Yeah, Jamie, how about if I can get to 1,000 followers by the end of the year, if it's not too expensive, we can see if we could cost-effectively create Bulba Boy pins.
It would probably have to be like a pre-order limited edition thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. We can make them like just regular Bulbasaur related things so that we can entice people to follow the stream. I also thought about making jacket patches. Those would be really cute. For all the punk rockers out there who want to put my merch on their battle jacket, which doesn't necessarily count as selling out if you're supporting a local artist. Or a small artist, which I'll always be a small artist.
And you're never gonna be, like, large.
Yeah. What's it like being tall?
It's inconvenient sometimes, I'll be honest.
Yeah. Orville, what's it like being large? By that I mean height. Unless you're body positive, I don't know. I'm so used to, like, hanging out in communities where everyone's, like, body positive. It's so nice. One of my favorite things.
I mean, like, the thing that I've never understood, specifically about some body positive, well, claiming to be body positive groups I've been in before, is they're like, don't talk about your experience as being a fat person because calling yourself fat is negative. I'm like, it's a descriptor. I'm not using it in a negative way. It's literally my life.
Yeah, like June is selling a mug that says, I'm fat and I'm proud. Or like, excellent fatness or something. And I'm like, I love that. Like, fat people should be happy and proud of their fat, you know?
I mean, it's one thing to be, like, just comfortable or, like, be like, yeah, this is who I am. This is what my body looks like.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want me to do about it? Right? And I understand, right? There's some folks who are like, this is actually a big problem. I don't like to celebrate it. Like, that's fine.
Yeah.
But also don't be ashamed of the body that you have.
That's true. I'm the most average height ever. What's it like being an unaverage height? It's annoying. I have to ask people to reach things for me all the time. I'll be at work.
Literally.
And I'll be like, I have this one coworker, and she's 6'1", and I'm just like, hey, can you reach this for me? And whenever she drops something, I pick it up for her, because it's very hard for her to bend down, because she's an older woman. So...
I've literally had strangers ask me to reach stuff for them.
I've had strangers ask me if I needed help while I was at work. You know, like, I'll be doing, like, fulfillment or something, and I have to, like, someone orders, like, 3 things of pasta sauce that are on the tippy-top shelf, which, like, glass products should not be on the top shelf, but whatever, that's an accessibility thing. Target. But anyway, and I've had customers literally be like, can I reach that for you? And I'll be like, I mean, I'm getting paid to do it, but sure, go ahead, thank you. Brody, you're so right, actually. I never thought of it that way. You don't hear a lot of, like, underweight body positivity either. They're always just like, go eat a sandwich. Go eat a cheeseburger. You'll feel better about yourself. I know several people who are like that. And it's just like, maybe some people just are skinny and they can't help it. Some people have food allergies.
There's also a thing where, like, some people just can't gain weight.
Yeah.
I used to have a friend. I still have the friend. He does no longer have this problem, apparently, but who used to be. He's taller than you and less than 100 pounds, or he was. He's like 5'2", and for the longest time weighed like 96 pounds. And I was just like, dude, if I could just like spare you 50 pounds, I'd do it. Just like, here, have a donation from my left butt cheek to you with love.
Yeah.
Like.
As someone whose sister has an ED, it always comes across as a red flag to me if people insist on shutting down conversations involving other body types. Because guess what? Thin suffers too. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which, if anyone is triggered by eating disorders, I do apologize. We're just on this subject right now. It is something that I would love to bring attention to as a mental health streamer, so...
Yeah.
It is a perfectly normal conversation to have.
Exactly. And there's nothing... Here's the thing that gets me the most, is that people, a lot of the time, there's this weird idea that thin is better, or thin is good, or whatever, right? And so the eating disorders that cause people to lose weight are generally not looked at as big of a problem as people who are, like, addicted to food.
Yeah.
But...
I know what you mean.
Yeah, and it's just like, until it becomes, oh, actually, your health is in severe danger. Oh, we better fix this now, right?
Yeah.
But, I don't know. There's just a lot of ideas that there's only a certain way to have a healthy body. And I personally was healthiest about 250 pounds. So, like, what the heck?
Oh my god, the quote feature hates Orville today. I gained weight in high school, tried to lose it, but started taking antidepressants, which made me gain more weight. Nowadays, I don't give a shit, try my best to eat healthy. That's the best anyone can do. Exactly. That's another thing, is that medications will, like, greatly change your weight. So, like for example, when I was on Lexapro, I gained weight, but not a lot. Then when I was on Wellbutrin, I gained so much weight that I had to, like, stop. Among other things.
Is supposed to be the, like, only antidepressant that doesn't consistently cause weight gain.
Yeah. It was super weird.
I mean, I was on it for a while and it didn't help, but, like, also a lot of medications don't help me the way that they're supposed to, so...
Yeah. Like, for example, like, if I start a stimulant, which I'm hoping to tomorrow, you know, they say that you're gonna lose weight. You know, like...
It decreases your appetite. Basically, so here's what happened.
You gotta remind yourself to eat.
Here's what happened when I started, is that, my stomach felt all the time like I had just eaten a little bit too much.
Oh, wow.
Constantly.
Tummy ache.
It was just... And it went away. I got used to it, right, after a couple of weeks. But yeah, it was all the time, like, the feeling like I just ate slightly too much until I was like super duper hungry, and then I could eat, and I ate like half a sandwich and my stomach was like, nope, we're done. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Mothman, I love this. The imagine dating 90 men at once. They're asking the real questions. Anyway, I can't wait to update you guys on my medication adventures. It's gonna be great.
Medication adventures.
Oh yeah, every time I start a new med, something interesting happens.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
How do you crouch?
Left control.
Left control.
Yeah, it is on your HUD. But it's on the right side of the screen, which is misleading.
Oh! The control button! Am I dense?
I don't know. Are you? Do you float or do you sink?
I don't know. I can't swim. So I stay away from water. Being poly isn't bad. I'm open to poly, but I'm satisfied with strap. Yeah. Well, I mean, Jill's like a polyamorous goddess, so we gotta raise awareness of poly people.
That just reminds me of the April Fool's thing with Rad.
What? I think I forgot.
When Rad was like,
Wait, when he changed his name to Mr. Jelly?
and then he made a post that was like, "Don't break server rules while I hang out with my army of girlfriends and draw sexy robots."
He's got you down pat.
That's the funniest shit.
I wish I could see what I look like right now. I'll crouch down.
Oh, here, I'll show you.
Hi, mommy. How are you? Yeah, I have a hug.
It's weird because the camera is like lower than your face is, so I'm looking up at you and you're looking up at me. Even though we're the
Oh! So if I do this...
same. Yeah, you're standing.
Brad was changing his username and imitating everyone. I don't think I could do poly relationships. It just seems like too much work handling that many. Also, I can't even get into one relationship. How am I supposed to get into a relationship with 5 other people?
Why would you want 5 people? 2 is enough, thank you.
Yeah. All of his impressions were increasingly hilarious. Legit one of the best. That is a good April Fool's prank. So, like, I, for example, am not poly, but if I dated a person who was poly, I'd be cool with them dating other people. As long as, you know, they were communicating.
Yeah, communication.
Obviously, that's how I met one of my best friends. I.e. my best friend. Except they didn't communicate.
It's interesting because the basis for poly relationships is also the basis for literally any other relationship.
Exactly.
And people are like,
you
"Oh, I
dunk
could never."
ass.
They're like, "Oh, I could never make that work." I'm like, "Well, then you probably can't make a solo relationship work either."
Yeah. It's just boundaries. You just gotta be more comfortable with setting boundaries.
Yeah, it really is just boundaries. And the thing that I really don't understand is like people acting like jealousy is not only expected, but is like.
Can you take a picture of me in the car?
Okay.
Hi!
You're just crouching on top of the car.
Yay! I'm cute.
Yeah.
I'm stuck. Oop.
There we
I'm
go.
stuck. Oop. Ooh. This game is fun. I knew a guy who had 8 partners and a wife, and I was like, wow.
You know, if you have like boundaries where it's like, I do this particular thing with this person, we go on a date every now and then, and you're not expecting like a high level of like intimacy all the time, then yeah, you can absolutely have a bunch of partners and it would be fine. But a lot of people, their expectation is we're partners, so we have to spend time together always.
No.
Yeah, and it's
Don't
like,
you ever have me time?
for real though. I'm okay most of the time without having like me time, because I have at least 2 or 3 people that are in my life that I can hang out with them, and it's like the same as being alone as far as my social battery is concerned.
Yeah, like even though Nana and I are strictly platonic, they're that kind of person that I'm okay, being alone with them is the same thing as being alone with me.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, people don't really look at the different sides of platonic relationships in the same way that they look at romantic relationships as well.
Yeah, and that's like, I literally had a thing that was like, I need to be alone, and it was like a little comic or something, and the person was like, all right, I'll leave you be, and they were like, no, you can stay. And I was like, my alone plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it feels weird going places without Nana. I'll be like doing something, and I'll be like, oh, this is weird without them. I want to know what they would think about this, or what stupid joke they would make if they saw this funny sign. Because they're that person who reads funny signs, you know?
Yes. I specifically remember them talking about a railroad sign, but I don't remember what they said anymore. I just remember that it spawned a whole conversation that ended with, if a train hits a moose, what happens?
It just keeps going.
But no,
I feel
recently,
like Mothman could be that person I could chill in silence with too.
Recently, Nan has been my Alone Plus person.
Yeah. That's so
like,
cute.
I'm like, can we hang out today? And she's like, sure. Except I ask like literally every day because I'm like, I know we just talked yesterday, but I want to spend time with you.
Oh, hell yeah. And you know I would do that if I wasn't so busy Mr. Man at job.
Yeah.
It sucks when you gotta work 40 hours a week in order to survive. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Economy!
Yeah. Survival. What's that?
Smaller vehicles are more wrecked by moose than a moose is wrecked by them. But once you start getting to, like, trains... Orville's got something to spill. I'm excited.
No, see, we already figured out that, apparently... Specifically in Alaska, there was a thing about how one of their trains hit 40 moose in a single night and didn't stop.
Holy fuck, really?
Yeah.
4-0.
Yeah, 4-0.
Dear God. Or more like Moose God. I'm waiting for Orville to get so fucking pissed. Trains are large and powerful.
Well, the thing about it is that trains are large and powerful, but if the bits of the animal get underneath and into the wheels, it's a problem, so they have guards on the front.
I keep forgetting you hyperfixated on trains for a while.
I have not stopped hyperfixating on trains. It just has become like a back burner thing.
I love that for you. That's like
it wasn't my
autism.
choice. It wasn't my choice. It just happened. It was literally like, oh, we're gonna start learning about trains because we're making OCs in this train verse, and freaking, it didn't stop.
That's so cute, though. What's your favorite train?
I don't have a favorite train. My character was a semi-truck.
Okay. What's your favorite fact about trains?
I don't know, dude.
I just want to know about trains.
If you listen, I learned that there technically are no longer full diesel train engines because now they're all diesel electric, meaning that they use diesel fuel, but they produce electricity, making them technically hybrid engines. And that full diesel trains do not exist because they are not efficient.
I love that.
So that's
what a win.
I also learned that in the UK there are some that are like specifically made as like train sets.
Yeah.
And like they will be like 4 cars together and they just move really freaking slow. What, kitty? What?
Aren't those guard things supposed to push the animals out of the way?
Yeah. I think so. I think they used to be called cattle pushers for that exact reason.
We need to like take a poll of like who was more into trains or dinosaurs as a kid.
Neither.
I know that Nana was a dinosaur kid. My brother was a dinosaur and train kid.
I was not into either of those things. I didn't really have hyperfixations when I was a kid, other than like video games occasionally.
Yeah, my first one was Neopets.
Yeah, I was a teenager when Neopets was a thing, so...
Like, my obsession with Neopets was my first hyperfixation, because I remember I needed to know everything about it. Of course I didn't, but...
I guess you could call Pokemon, like, my first hyperfixation when I was a kid, because I would get up at 5 o'clock in the morning so that I could watch the anime on...
That was
like,
me with
ABC.
Inuyasha.
Well, Inuyasha played at 1:30 in the morning!
I know! I would set an alarm.
When I was in high school, I had a VCR in my bedroom that could record a VHS tape, and I would set it to Cartoon Network, and I would go to bed and let it record for 6 hours, because that's how long the video could go on the VHS. And then the next day when I got home from school, I would sit down and fast forward to the Inuyasha episode, because they aired new ones on Tuesdays, and so I would come home and watch it, and then I would rewind it to the beginning of the episode, take it to school, pass it to my friend Tiffany, who would take it home and watch it and rewind. And so then she'd pass it off to our other friend JJ, who would take it home and watch it, and then they would bring it back to me, and I would take it back home and record over it the next week.
I love that! Oh, God bless the 90s.
I was in high school in 2004!
I love that!
I graduated in 2007, like...
I love that.
That was not the 90s! Not even close! Like, I was in 7th grade in 2001.
I love that. That's what we call communism, and I love it.
We also were the kind of weebs who wrote fanfic in notebooks and passed them around in study hall.
Ooh. I spent my study hall reading Homestuck.
Nana, that is the biggest lie you have ever told.
Nana, what's your current hyperfixation? I played Littlest Pet Shop, My Little Pony, Neopets, Bellicera.
See, all of that stuff was out after my time.
Yeah, Neopets was my first one.
I did get a Game Boy Color with Pokemon when I was like 8, so...
So, like, I didn't understand how the economy in Neopets worked, so I wanted to have I saw this person had a gallery that was just all Dr. Sloth merch, and I wanted Dr. Sloth merch, and I wanted all the Dr. Sloth items, because he was my favorite character in all of Neopets. And I was like, give it to me, and they wouldn't give it to me, and they're like, you need to pay for this stuff. But this is not sellable, I'm not selling this to you, because you don't know anything about the economy. And that's probably contributing to why I'm a communist.
Oh, Lord.
I was not ready to learn about the economy, and I didn't want to.
One of the lawn edgings still needs
I shared one Jack 2 fanfic I wrote with family, and I cringed in retrospect so hard that I turned inside out. Oh my goodness. I can't say never again because I'm gushing about Final Fantasy now. Got a Zoo Book subscription for a short time as a kid. My first Zoo Book was a wolf one, and I loved it and actually had hardback. That's so cool! I remember Zoo Books! Zoo Books rules.
I mean, Nana is correct. She gushes. We gush at 2 o'clock in the morning to each other about Final Fantasy.
That's commitment.
Retaining wall cap. Okay, that should be over here.
I'm on it.
It's probably underneath.
Yeah. Got it.
Fence posts and what's the third one?
Fence top.
Okay.
It's probably these.
Pretty sure these ones I already got, but check them anyway. But yeah.
Hey, what if our characters kissed? Oh, Smorch. Wait, it isn't 2 a.m. for you. Oh crap, night.
Literally, that's what we do every night. We're just like talking about random, like shipping our characters, and we're just like, oh hey, this is really cute. Like, straight up.
Oh yeah, if I played Final Fantasy with y'all, I would want the gayest fucking character possible.
Well, the thing is that all of the characterization happens on your own time. Like, you get to, you are the one who creates all of that. So, if you write your character gay as hell, they'll be gay as hell. Right? I have seven characters. One of them is a joke character. He is a Hrothgar, who are the, like, big, beefy catmen, and his name is Ford Explorer.
Ford Explorer! I love it. I'm a heavy voucher for making Rogadin, but hey.
Yeah, Rogadin are the single least played characters in the game. Like, they make up about 3% of the total active player population.
I'm trying to figure out, like, what character I want.
I'm sitting in limbo until you select the next job. Just so
okay.
You know. But yeah, like, I know I showed you the Lalafell.
Yeah.
And you were very excited about them.
So, like, do you need to fit the name conventions?
You don't have to.
Oh, okay.
You can make whatever name you want.
So I could have, like, an ironic name.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like Big Chungus.
I literally saw a Lalafell named Grundle Bundle recently.
Oh, I love that.
I also saw one named Popcorn Chicken.
Yeah, you showed me that one.
Yep. I've seen one called Princess Sparkles.
Cute.
Like, none of these are lore compliant names, but it doesn't actually matter. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I would want the most ironic, stupid name, like a sumo wrestler for like a tiny little guy. Or like how like in Our Flag Means Death, Wee John is actually the biggest member. He's not Wee. Maybe they named him Wee John because he likes to go wee when he's on a roller coaster.
Gru Grundle Bundle would not be lore compliant. It would have to be Gru Grundle Boo Bundle.
Gru Grundle Boo Bundle.
Yeah, because the male names are like AACBBC for the syllables. At least for, I want to say, the Dunes folk. I'm not sure how the Plains folk ones work. I haven't studied those as much. But, like, if it's a girl, it has to be the same. So, if it's a female, it's AAB and then AB for their names. So, like, my tater's name is Tatani Tani. So, like, there's another... They don't all have surnames like all of the NPCs don't, or at least they don't show them to you all the time.
Yeah.
And a lot of the male Lalafell will go by the secondary syllable of their name. So, like, we have a friend who has a Lalafell named Nanatoki Pokatoki, and
Cute.
he just gets called Toki.
Yeah. Well, nickname.
Yeah. Well, it's the second half of his name, so yeah.
Yeah.
But that's actually canon that they do that with some Lalafell, because I was doing the Black Mage quest, and it's run by a bunch of Lalafell brothers, and so they all have the same, like, first part of their names.
Yeah.
So they all call by the second part. Call each other by that second part to differentiate. Otherwise, it would be like a lot of talking to figure out who you're talking to.
Oh, yeah. There are 2 people, 3 if you count Shrapnel, but we create a lot of stuff together, 2 people I know online, who have shared characters with at length, and I had falling out with one of them, that I'm so close with. Yeah, this music is, I'm listening to, Kirby Jazz. I'll, share after the game if you want to listen to it on your own time.
I don't have any music going because my Spotify premium ran out, and I don't feel like listening to it.
Oh no. Oh, I'm on YouTube right now. Listening to Kirby Jazz. Back in 1994, a computer game called Wolf was released. This game was basically Wolf Quest Hell Edition. It is very hard... Wait, what? I lost my place. Very hard to survive in the game, and the game doesn't take place in the national park, so there was a threat of wolf hunters. This game, like Wolf Quest, was educational. The beginning of the game was a paragraph about... what not about wolves. Yeah, I'm just listening to Kirby playlists. Wolf Quest 2 book, which released in 2007, starts the book word for word, the exact same paragraph. Oh, cool. I've been listening to a lot of Kirby music lately, Shrap, so...
Hey, yo, there's something over here that's a little sus.
I'm drunk when I walk. Yeah! B-R-O-B-Y arrow. Yeah! Sussy baka. Yeah. This game fun. I gotta wash your ass.
Thanks.
I wonder if the people who worked on the game also worked on the zoo book, because I don't think anyone was in the suit over it. Interesting. I'll just slam on my headphones and jam to the music mode from Kirby Star Allies and vibe. So, like, I think that Nintendo should partner with Spotify to let their music be used, you know? Like, they would get ad revenue for that. You know, they would get some revenue from plays and stuff. You missed it? It's okay, you can always catch it in the VOD, too. We drew another Amogus, and I pointed it to you. We'll take a clip of it if you want. But yeah, like, Mr. Nintendo, I'm not gonna buy Smash Bros. Just to carry my Switch in my pocket and listen to your theme songs and your beautiful tracks when I don't even have all the songs I want to listen to. Like, I'm really excited because Nintendo's apparent dislike of the Mother Earthbound series, the Mother 1 soundtrack, except for one song, is on Spotify. So, like, there was a time when I was hyperfixating on that game that I was listening to the soundtrack non-stop in the car. And I remember...
Like a couple weeks ago?
No, that was like a couple months ago. That was like February. I was like driving around listening to Catherine Warwick, and it was just so good, and I felt so happy. One game I want to play is Oregon Trail.
Oh my god. I remember playing Oregon Trail on the green CRT monitor
Yo.
computer. And like I would go to the library, the public library, and they had like an updated version of Oregon Trail, but it was still the same type of like green CRT sort of display in the game.
Yeah.
It was, except it wasn't like green, but it was like the same kind of display.
Yeah, like that shirt I got, Nana. It says you died of dysentery and velociraptors.
And velociraptors. That sounds like Oregon Trail Arc Edition.
Yeah, I got that at the Milwaukee Public Museum. Zeke died of a snake bite. If you want McDonald's, get McDonald's. It's your body. Put whatever you want in it. I got food at home and I order food all the time. Like, I got breakfast food. Doesn't gonna stop me from going out and buying a bagel.
Right. I don't know. I am of the belief of, do you have things you can make? Do you have the spoons to make them? If yes, don't order it.
Yeah, like, I was tired from work. If I wanted to go out and buy a burrito, I would do it.
Right, and that also has a lot to do with the fact that you are working and have the income to do so.
Yes.
So, like, technically I have money, but I'm not gonna spend it, like that. So I'm, you know, making sandwiches and using pickles that we've had for years.
I also quote Star Kid a lot, or used to. If you're gonna order out, at least get something better than McDonald's.
Honestly.
Wow.
Yeah, if you're gonna order food, like, get from, like, a local place.
I always say whatever makes your body feel happy, but I do prefer to support local businesses over large businesses.
Right. I'm not gonna say, oh no, you shouldn't eat that because blah blah blah. Like, whatever you can
Yeah,
eat.
it's an accessibility thing. Because
Yeah.
I do like that, like franchises, I do like the fact that that's a great place for someone with autism because you know what to expect.
Exactly.
You know? Or like, when I was in Boston with Orville and Schrapp, I was overwhelmed by all the food options, and it was all things that I couldn't tell what it would taste like. So we just went to McDonald's instead because I knew what I could expect, you know?
Yeah. Like, on the one hand, yeah, that's gonna be safe. On the other hand, if you can, branch out.
Shane Stardew Valley died of dysentery. You should screenshot that and send it to him.
Like, here's the thing. I try not to judge food choices, right? Because
as long as you're eating.
As long as you're eating, exactly. Now, if it's something where I can be like, hey, you know,
Here's
can we try something can we try something that's better for you? You know, I'm not gonna be mean about it, right? In the same vein that, like, my stepdad can only eat like 5 things. And I'm just like, yeah, it's fine. We're gonna get you exactly what you can eat.
Yeah, like yesterday, Nana made chicken nuggets for the second time that week, and I was like, "Oh boy, chicken nuggets twice in 1 week!" And they thought I was being sarcastic, but no, I actually just really want chicken nuggets all the time. Like, I have to be in a certain mood to not want chicken nuggets. You can bet your bottom dollar, 90% of the time, I want fucking chicken nuggets.
I want some motherfucking nugs.
Yeah, give me them nugs.
Oh, dude. So one of the things that we buy a lot, that I make 2 to 3 times a week, is these teriyaki chicken thighs. I've only ever seen them at Sam's Club, but they're made by Tyson, and they're fully cooked, and they've got and they're frozen. So you just like microwave them for a couple of minutes, and if you cover them with something when you're microwaving them, then they come out like super duper tender.
Yeah.
And it's just really good, right?
They're
The
chicken
sauce is really good.
tenders.
But they're not chicken tenders. They're not fried. They're chicken thighs.
Yeah.
And so like I'll make those and I'll slice it up and I'll stick it in like a bowl of noodles or something. Or like we have spaghetti, which I'm like, I don't really want to make that with tomato sauce because my mom's allergic to tomato sauce and I'll end up eating the dang thing. So what do I do instead? I put freaking teriyaki sauce on them and serve them with vegetables and some of those chicken thighs. Like, and it's really good. Well, I mean, like the vegetables are just literally just a bag of frozen mixed vegetables that I steamed in the microwave.
I have not tried Impossible Nuggets, but I would love to try.
I have had a couple of meatless burgers.
Oh wait, Nana got us chicken. That's why I was confused because you said Impossible. I thought you meant like the Impossible brand. We've had chicken.
Well,
I gotta call it that.
Impossible is a type of meat that is made like fake,
fake
pseudo
beef,
meat.
Yeah. There's a restaurant we go to. There's a restaurant we go. Oh, you first.
There's also Beyond, which is another type of imitation meat.
Yeah.
Right? They're both made by different companies, which means they're different alternatives.
Yeah.
The worst meatless burger I have ever had was from a place that was very appropriately named Dirt Burger. And they didn't even make their French fries good. I'm like, fries are already vegan. How do you mess this up?
Yeah. There's a place that me and Nana's been to twice once. I want to go again. Because I was thinking about going there on payday or something. They're called Wizard Burger. And they're called Wizard Burger because it tastes like a burger without it being meat. But I had like their chicken last time and it was so good. Because like I've had fake chicken before, but I've never had fake beef before. And I'm really nervous about it because I know that fake beef is kind of slippery. Because they have like that extra grease. Because at least the Impossible Burger at Starbucks is at least like that. Or the Impossible Sandwich. One burger I hated, Beyond Meat taco meat. Ugh.
I've had the Impossible Whopper from Burger King, which was aight.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. The meat itself was fine. It just very clearly had a different taste to it. I actually watched a taste test video very recently about people trying different meatless sandwiches. So that was interesting. They had like In-N-Out and I think one was Wendy's. I don't think it was Wendy's. I don't know. There was just like they had like 5 or 6 different burgers that all these people were trying. And I just remember one of them wasn't actually a meat alternative. It was just a fried portobello mushroom that was stuffed with cheese.
Oh.
Like, that sounds good as hell, first of all.
I don't like mushrooms.
No. That's fine. You can
Brody, you're not bad for ordering food. What?
You can bring the ladder over here.
I'm having fun. This is what Holden Simulator's like. I do this all the time. Brody, you're not a bad person for buying food. You're doing you're doing self-care, You're putting food in your body at least. It's better than not having food at all.
It comes down to a decision of, if I buy this now, am I going to need, to buy it later? Or whatever. Like, when you don't have a lot of money, the only thing you have to consider is availability. Like that's all it comes down to. That would be my only advice. Is like, if buying it now is going to cause a problem for you later, and you're able to feed yourself today without having to buy it, then do that if you can. But if you can't, because of whatever reason, then fucking order the food, dude. Like, feed yourself. Nobody who actually cares about a person is going to get mad at them for feeding themselves.
Yeah, I'm proud of you for putting food in your body. It's hard to eat some days. Especially when you're, like, really stressed.
And preparing food is also a hassle.
Like, I can probably realistically cook an actual meal maybe, like, twice a week, if even. It's still very hard.
Like, my thing is that I can cook, right? I'm capable of doing that.
That's okay, Orville. Thank you for letting us know. Like, I can cook. It's just I need to be in the right mindset. The other thing is that, like, I don't find grocery stores to be very, accommodating, or not accommodating, what's the word I'm thinking of? Accessible. The accessibility of grocery stores. Grocery stores are like a nightmare of, like, stimuli. So, like, anytime I go to the grocery store, I'm gonna have a panic attack. Let me put the ladder up. Oh. How did you do that?
With my mind. Just call me Professor Xavier.
You're a god. Once again. Whoa!
Yeah. The walking mechanic up the ladder is very weird. And also you are going to slip and slide around a lot on the roof, so just be prepared.
Be prepared!
There was
Can't
a
do grocery
conversation
shopping
about
unless
that
I'm headphones in. Yeah, like for example, there's one grocery store near my house. It gives me anxiety every time I go in there, but it doesn't really bother Nana. And they like looking at the baked goods, and like, I'm like, I can't stand there and look at the baked goods with you. So like, sometimes I have to abandon them if I'm in a bad mood, and like let them stand and look at the baked goods while I run off and grab my things really quickly. But like, you remember when we went shopping together and you were like, you had to really adjust your stride because I walked so fast? Like,
dude, your freaking legs. See, this is another thing. I'm never gonna stop talking about this. This is another thing in Final Fantasy XIV, that fucking the Lalafell legs move so damn fast.
Yeah, when you're short, you gotta move your legs quick.
They move at the same speed as other characters, but their legs are a fraction of the length, so they're just like ding, 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 like all
And
the
I'm
time.
like that.
And when they sprint, it's hilarious.
Oh, I bet. You were just
Like,
like overwhelmed with how fast I walk.
I'm like, dude, I cannot walk that fast. I cannot physically walk that fast, or I will be in pain.
Yeah, I had to slow down for you, and it felt really weird. It's hard having to accommodate when that's just my walking speed. Because I'm gay, you know? Mr. Krabs walking noise. I unfortunately got rid of the Mr. Krabs sound alert because it's very loud.
So recently, I told you about Ford Explorer, right?
Yeah.
And made a character on that same server called Ford Pinto. And she's a Lalafell who is a black mage. So she's gonna pick up the explodey classes later.
I love it.
Because apparently Pintos are one of the most explosion-prone vehicles on the market. She literally sat down and did research about this before she
I love you people.
I was just like, I'm gonna make a green Catman and I'm gonna name him Ford Explorer, and and there's just the story about Nan's mom having a Ford Explorer that apparently like basically combusted, and so they called it the Ford Exploder.
Oh. I made tie-dye.
You did.
Yeah. It's like,
But
this
yeah,
is...
we originally we had a couple of alts on that server that we were leveling together, and then a bunch of friends decided they were going to hop in and make a free company so that we didn't keep getting random invites to free companies.
Yeah.
And this was never something I had a problem with before because I didn't have a sub and I couldn't be invited to free companies. Well, now I do.
Oh.
So, and we're like, how are they even finding us? Because the people who were sending us these invitations were not even in the same general area as we were. But anyway, so these other people hopped in and they made a free company, and we called it Drive-In Theater. And all of the free companies have like a up to 5 character shorthand. So ours is Cars 2.
Cars 2.
Yeah, but the free company is called Drive-In Theater.
I love that.
So I made Ford Explorer, and because the character name for the guy who founded it for us, his character was called Ford Focus.
Oh, you're gonna have the Toyota summer sales.
Yeah, like straight up. We were talking about, all right, now somebody has to make a character, named this, or like Toyota Corolla.
This is Nissan Rogue.
Yeah, Nissan Rogue. You can actually be a ninja.
Oh my god, you're right.
Oh, anyways, but yeah, like I was like Ford Explorer. He's a Hunter Green Catman. Like
my name is Subaru Legacy.
Subaru Outback. Yeah, there you go.
Well, I drive a Forester, so I could be a rogue too, right?
You can be whatever class you want. You can technically pick up every class in the game as long as you have access to them.
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna be a Lalafell named Subaru Forester.
Hell yeah! So those characters are.
I'll just cosplay as my car.
the
all green.
Those characters are on the Aether data center on the server called Siren. So if you actually do create a character there, you can join our free company and be in Cars too.
Fuck yeah! I'll let you know. You can pick it up later? Okay, cool. I like stabbing things, so being a rogue would be fun.
Yeah, you only have to get to level 10 in your first starting class before you can pick up rogue, but you would have to be either an Arcanist or a Marauder because rogues are in Limsa Laminsa, and it only has 2 starting classes there.
Gotcha.
Which is really obnoxious, but technically Marauder's pretty easy to start with because it's a tank class. So
I'm probably not gonna play that game right away because my backlog of games is like, I got like 6 games I gotta play first. And like I said, MMOs are a slippery slope with me.
Like if you decided that you wanted to play it on stream, you absolutely could.
Yeah.
Just do it once a week.
Yeah, my backlog is so big. It's so intimidating, just seeing all the games I gotta play.
Everybody has a backlog that's 5 miles long, it's fine.
It makes me cry. I also gotta, develop the spoons. Oh, that's okay, Orville. I appreciate you. You do what you gotta do. You don't have, like, a high-paying job, You work on volunteer service, so... You do what you gotta do, my dude. Yeah, we're talking about Final Fantasy... 14.
Yeah.
You lose money from your job. They should compensate you for your travel expense.
It's not really a job, then.
Yeah. Spray people, fun. Here, wash my ass. Thank you, my ass is clean now. I just do volunteer work because it's the only thing that actually gives me purpose. Your purpose is being a good friend.
Well, yeah, but also getting out of the house.
Yeah. I just want to let Orville know he's a good friend.
Orville is a good friend.
He makes me happy. He's really tall. Like, he's a fucking giant.
Yeah, I believe it.
He's like a golden retriever as a human being. Would probably jump on you and probably knock you over. But he's a well-trained golden retriever. Final Fantasy got their MMO released in the West. Dragon Quest On the other hand, nothing. Squeenix flat said we are never releasing this game in the West. I don't know anything about Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest is like a quintessential JRPG, but it didn't get popular enough in the US for them to actually release all of the editions here.
Yeah.
So I think there might be some like it's possible that there's some like fan translations that you could play if you really wanted to get into it, but
Like Mother.
probably yeah, like that. But essentially they just decided, well, it's not popular enough in the US, so we're not gonna keep porting it, even though to my knowledge it still does fairly well.
Yeah.
I know it's one of Dominic's favorite series. He had bought like all of the ports and was playing them on like 3DS and Switch and stuff. Alright, now we have to go around and find all the little bits that were missed on the roof.
Whoa! I see.
Yeah, so keep hitting tab and spraying the yellow spots.
Not caps lock. I really need a glowy keyboard.
It doesn't help.
Having a glowing keyboard?
Yeah. Because if you're not looking at it, you're still gonna hit the wrong button.
I'm still hitting the wrong button, you're right. I want to keep that keyboard that I showed you with the circular keys that look like a typewriter, but it's also mechanical, so it's very clacky.
I despise mechanical keyboards.
I love them.
I have one on my wish list on Amazon that has like the quietest key switches possible.
I want the whole neighborhood to hear me typing.
See, but the problem that you're gonna run into is that people are then gonna hear you on like Skype or not Skype calls.
Whoa!
Discord calls, and like you're gonna start being clickety clack and streaming things, and
just like Sith.
Really obnoxious.
That's my favorite thing about being on a call with them.
You can hear them beating up their keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're an aggressive typer, and I love that for them.
They're an aggressive typer and they have a loud keyboard?
Yep.
That's a combination.
It just feels nice. It makes my brain feel squeaky. In a good way, like squeaky clean.
There has got to be like some area that we're just missing a bunch. Ah!
You did it!
I found it. Alright.
Cool, I'm gonna fall. Whee! Oh,
right.
Dragon Quest is by the same people.
Oh,
okay.
Right, we have to wash the sus wall.
Oh, okay. Time to destroy our beautiful drawing of Brody. We'll save that for last. He can slowly pretend scream as we erase him. Oof. I can't wait to be as annoying as possible. Akira Toriyama is one of my all-time favorite artists. I can tell in the way that you draw. Like, you and Orville have very Toriyama-style art styles. Which is a compliment. I used to, when I was in social work school, I worked in this drop-in clinic, and there was this, this kid who really loved, like, Dragon Ball franchise, and they drew me their OC, and I thought it was legit just Goku, and he was like, no, that's my OC, and I was like, oh, I love it. I thought it was, like, an actual, like, you printed this off. But no, they hand drew it, and it looked so good that it looked just like a printed picture. I love how talented people can be. Not even sure what my art style is. I haven't drawn so long, I'm getting rusty. Same here, but that's the thing. I don't like I don't practice enough to develop an art style. Okay, I'm gonna slowly erase Burgundy. That did nothing. I don't draw enough to get an art style.
The white nozzle is like it's basically nothing.
Yeah.
I usually stick to yellow, sometimes green.
Like, I wish that I could draw more. I just don't have the attention for it.
Alright,
I'll do the window.
One of the gutters. One of the porch fences. And one window frame.
I'm doing the window.
Okay, you found the window frame. And I found the gutter.
You can't find the spot on the frame.
Look underneath the bottom of the windowsill.
You're so right. Oh my god. Got it. Personally, I've hit that point in my art where I've sort of made peace with the fact that people can tell it's my work. That's enough for me. That's so nice. You ever work retail, you never have the energy to do it, and no one will remember it. Oh, Nana! Oh. No, I'm sad.
I legitimately was... Okay, so when I was in Idaho and I was having pho with Nan, I was like, you know, this reminds me of when I was having pho and I was hanging out with Nana and we were just sitting there drawing, and it was like a really nice time, and I was like, that's what I like to do with other friends who draw, is just sit and doodle while we eat or don't eat or whatever.
We're gonna get you the fuck out of retail. I promise.
So this is the gutter.
Yeah, it's this one.
Right, but I don't know which part of it is still... Aha.
Woo!
But it's
Until
like...
my lines are kind of wiggly, and it makes it more organic. Yeah, Nana's got wiggly lines too.
Yeah.
They taught me about line thickness.
The other thing that Nan does is we call it garfing, where she makes faces that look like they come out of a Garfield comic.
Oh, I love Garfield.
Yeah, like the big, it's just like these expressions, like the big round eyes and whatnot, and it's just, it's so good. Sometimes she'll be like, I just want to garf, and I'm just like, hell yeah, dude, you garf.
I want to clean the dinosaur! Yeah,
Right.
Shrap, you're so right. Like, I'm so tired and in pain all the time. It's like, I'm happiest when I'm at home doing my own thing. Not at work being miserable.
Well, I mean, if you're like me, then you're tired and in pain all the time anyway.
Yeah. But like, hopefully by the end of the year I'll be able to get a stay-at-home job, because boy, the anxiety I felt today at work, it's the same every day, you know, but today was particularly bad. I was very overstimulated. I have this one coworker who just like won't let me do chores in the back because he has to do it his way, and I'm just like, bro, please just let me do it because I'm gonna have a fucking panic attack. I can't understand what the guests are saying because all I hear is fridges buzzing and ice dropping and children screaming and water running, and it's just too much. You could be talking directly to me and I couldn't hear what you're saying.
Yeah. We are just blazing through these levels.
Oh yeah. We're gonna have like no game to play.
No. No,
How many
they get
levels are there?
they get increasingly larger.
Oh hell yeah. We're gonna
This is
clean
the
the whole
first, like-
island?
This is the first like big one. But no, they keep getting bigger. Also, if you hit escape,
Oh wow.
there's a shop. Couldn't think of the word.
Shop.
Little orange button up in the
Oh.
right hand corner. You can buy better stuff, equipment, power washers. If you buy a stronger power washer, it will wash better. You can also buy yourself a different color of outfit, though it'll only be shown on your screen in the recap.
I'm gonna buy a better thing.
All right.
A better thing.
Which one did you buy?
The second one.
Nice.
I'm gonna be green.
The urban.
I'm a green guy. My sis was shoved into self-checkout at Target and she hated it, but at the same time she was able to be friends with regulars.
Honestly, yeah.
Nana is a gem. I love Nana. See, like, I would like my job better if I was left alone in the back. Like, when I do fulfillment, it's nice, because, like, if I choose to, I can hide out back and pack packages, you know, and that's nice. And then, like, just I like walking. Walking is a nice feeling, you know, I walk very fast. I can just go at my own pace, do things my own way, you know, and I don't have to stop unless, like, people don't normally stop. I'm not forced to interact with people a lot, you know, like, being a register position, you're forced to interact with people. I'm like, some days I don't have the energy for it. And I wish that I could have an accommodation that's like, hey, I don't have to interact with people today if I want to.
Yeah.
But I don't have, like, a diagnosis that warrants me getting an accommodation. Because it's too fucking expensive to get diagnosed professionally.
Yeah. Yeah. My problem that I had at my last job was that they were fully aware of my needs and were going through the motions like they were accommodating them, but actually were not giving me what I needed. And I was like continually being like, hey, this is what I need to succeed.
Yeah.
When is this going to happen? They're like, oh yeah, we'll get to it.
They didn't get to it.
No.
But, like, Target, for example, does a lot, or tries to do a lot to be accommodating. So I feel like that if I needed accommodation, I could easily get it. Or if they don't accommodate me, hey, I could publicly defame them or something if I wanted to.
Yeah, it's...
Be like, give me settlement money or else I will get all of my disability rights friends to publicly shame you.
Yeah. The other thing that they did at my last job was they denied me medical leave, and then they were like, but also you're not going to get paid because you weren't here for 12 months.
Which is a long part of your life. Like a full year. And a really long time.
Because I wasn't getting paid, I couldn't continue to pay for my health insurance. So when I wasn't able to pay for my health insurance, I couldn't keep going to the doctor to continue to get documentation for them. So then they sent me emails and called me like, I don't know, 3 months later. Because in November, they told me, oh, well, your leave wasn't approved. So basically your job is now in jeopardy. And I was like, oh, cool. So they're just going to fire me.
Love that for you.
But they didn't until March when they sent me another notification.
Holy
they're like,
fuck!
They're like, hey, in February, they're like, if you still need to be on medical leave, you need to provide us with documentation. And I'm just sitting over here like, how am I supposed to have gotten additional documentation when I didn't have insurance because I couldn't pay for it because you wouldn't pay me for my leave that you didn't approve anyway? Like, do they think that I just have money coming out my ears?
Jesus Christ.
And so they made a show of them giving me the opportunity to give them information or documentation that I had no way of obtaining.
Yeah.
But because they did that, they went through the motions and made it look like they were being accommodating when they actually weren't.
Man, Mothman, I'm so sorry. That's really fucked up. That is so insanely fucked up. You could have easily sued them if you had...
That actually is discriminatory practices, and they could lose their job or get severely penalized for doing that.
Yeah. You gotta get that settlement money too, buddy.
Yeah, that shit was illegal!
We gotta get a better deal for disability.
Hell yeah.
They gotta rewrite the ADA. Like, It's really wild. So, like, this is something that I was in a task force in undergrad. Because most of the buildings on my college campus were old as fuck. They were pre-ADA. So they were, like, grandfathered into the standards of ADA and didn't need to have, like, different accommodation access. And so, like, for example, none of the bathrooms had, like, push plates. So if you were in, like, a wheelchair, you probably couldn't get into some of the bathrooms. And, like, some of the dorms, there were 2 dorms that had elevators. Of those 2 dorms that had elevators, only one of them you could actually get a wheelchair to. Because the other one had stairs to get to the elevator! It was so fucking stupid.
That is incredibly stupid.
Yeah. All because they wanted to look like cool 60s mid-century building.
Want to know a fun fact?
Sure.
It's not as fun as I make it sound. The phrase "grandfathered in" has racist roots.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it was from like I want to say the early like 1900s. Basically, it had to do with immigrants and essentially anybody whose like grandfather had been an immigrant or had come here or something like that. Like they were considered citizens when they were determining something. I don't remember the exact details. I just know that it had to do with, oh yeah, if your grandfather was X, Y, Z, or if you had one or more grandfathers, then you were considered like an actual U.S. citizen or something.
Oh.
Like back in the early days of them determining how they were going to do citizenship.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't either for a long time.
Thank you for teaching me that. That's a phrase I will use less.
I'll have to find the actual like find an article about it so you can actually read the full details because my memory is Swiss cheese.
Me read?
But, well, I can read it to you if you really need me to. But basically, I try to avoid using that phrase personally. Same with rule of thumb.
That one I knew about.
Yeah. I usually try to say, like, instead of that, I'll say, like, a good yardstick or a measuring, something like that, right? Because
my
it's like...
personal rule.
Yeah, personal rule, things like that. But, yeah, that was something I learned, I want to say, like, last year in the summer, right around when people were talking about, like, Juneteenth finally being made into a national holiday.
Fuck yeah.
There was a thing that was like, hey, if you didn't know, these common phrases have racist roots, and I was like, that's neat.
Ooh, find me some more of that. I would love to be educated on that.
Yeah, I can honestly, when that comes around, it will probably come up on my Facebook history of stuff that I shared at the time. So.
Oh, thank you. Let's all educate ourselves on like appropriate things to say, because
exactly, like that's the thing.
We don't know. They don't teach us this stuff.
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Nobody knows these things because the original meanings get lost. You know, like I learned that, you know, there's a lot of like children's rhymes that are incredibly horrible in their origins, and I'm just like, all right.
Yeah, let's not get started on eeny, meeny, mo.
No, I wasn't going to.
Yeah.
I was actually going to talk about, like...
Bring Around the Rosie?
No, that one is just about the Black Plague, isn't it? No, but like, the Jack and Jill one is actually about, Marie Antoinette?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I never thought about 5 little monkeys jumping on a bed. I actually thought it was just monkeys. Like Curious George had brothers and sisters. And like oh, because when I read that as a kid, I remembered it was a Curious George book.
It may have been made into a Curious George book, but that wouldn't have been the origin.
Oh my god. I'm learning so much tonight.
There is so much horrible stuff that got turned into like children's rhymes and things like that. Oh yeah.
I'm expanding my mind tonight.
Oh, dude.
Professor Jill is in the house.
Yeah, specifically more recently I've seen this TikTok series where this woman explains some of the
I follow her too.
Yeah. And I'm just like, I don't spend a lot of time on TikTok, so most of my experiences from that are like people share things with me and then I'll go into a rabbit hole.
Yeah, I do that too.
Like, I legit went on TikTok for the first time in several months and had like 8 DMs from you.
8 is nothing. Oh, buddy.
No,
I'd probably send that many a day to Sith.
I mean...
We send each other our depression memes.
That's valid.
Because I don't want to share with some of the fucked up stuff that I see on TikTok. Nana sees it sometimes, and it's just like thinking how degenerate I am.
I know you're a degenerate, it's fine.
Yeah, you know already. You know me well enough. I'm like, what is the most fucked up thing you've seen on TikTok? Oh, buddy. I don't know, it gets worse every time I log in.
Okay, so Nan has come through with the research.
Post-Civil War. If your grandfather voted before the end of the Civil War, you didn't have a taken literacy test and pay a fine or vote. Literacy test is incredibly racist. Just like, MBTI and IQ tests, among other things.
Yeah.
SAT questions.
Oh yeah, SATs. Ugh.
It was like this one that I read about. It was like the word schooner, and it was like a bunch of rich white kids would be able to guess what schooner meant, but then like black inner city kid wouldn't know what the fuck that is because they don't have access to like rich people boats.
Right.
I remember I had a flashback to this the other day when I was driving, because when you drive like 6 hours, you know, your brain just wanders, you know. So like I remembered taking this like one of those like first grader, second grader standardized tests, and it was just like training you on how to do standardized tests, but like it's low stakes. And one of the questions was like a picture question. It was like, what's wrong with these picture? Which picture is wrong? And I chose the one of the Native American trading shells with a pilgrim, or like a colonizer or whatever. And the real wrong picture was actually the one of the Indian with a gun, or the native with a gun. And it's like, natives didn't use guns? And I was like, what? I didn't know that. Whatever. Maybe like they could have used guns, but that was the wrong answer. I'm like, how do we know that? Like, Orville, do you know? Since you're the history god here.
The history buff.
So smart. Could not be me.
History deity.
Yeah. I recently saw a bad animation that was like a game about taking care of a horse, and they needed to help the horse blink. Which is eyes were turning red, and the horse said in a robotic voice, "I am in hell, you are my tormentor." When the horse was finally able to blink, the horse scolded you for not taking care of it. You grab a hairbrush, and the horse says, "What are you doing with that? I don't need brushing." But you brush the horse anyways, and it changes from a picture of a bad horse drawing to a weird horse skeleton. TikTok is weird!
What?
How about every time you see something weird on TikTok, send it to me. And then I'll publicly blast you on stream every night. For whatever abomination you sent me.
I get down specific rabbit holes of TikToks. Like, I sat and watched like 6 months worth of content of this lady that just records herself restocking her pantry and her fridge.
I love
that. Just watched that.
I gotta say, with the one that I followed, she got kind of viral. I don't know if you saw her, probably not. She did What a Wonderful World, but like one sound at a time. So she did like the T sounds and the K sounds and the sounds, but then ended with the vowels. But each video she gets progressively crazier. Like her hair gets disheveled, and like it looks like someone's like harassing her, and like they have like a deal with her. Like if she does not put out these videos, they will murder her entire family or something. And like,
what?
Yeah, and it's so funny that there's lore in just a video of her just singing one sound at a time.
Oh, I have a quick question for you. What would you say the opposite word of unhinged is?
Hinged.
Hinged?
Yeah.
But, like, how... That's how you would describe somebody who's being, like, too straight-laced?
Yeah, I'd be like, buddy, you're hinged. You need to oil up your hinges a bit.
Oh gosh. I want to say it was last night. Nan spent 2.5 hours reading a Reddit thread of just really bad D&D takes.
I love that.
2.5 hours, and
You
I
wanna
was
know
alone
mine? Wednesday after stream, no, Tuesday after stream, I saw someone tweet about I think it's Alien Isolation, like the video game, and that there's like the ambient sound design in that game is really good. So I saw this one that was like an hour-long YouTube video of the computer sounds from that game, and then I just remembered like the sound of 90s computers and how I just enjoyed how loud the hard drive was. So then I just went and watched like until like 2 in the morning. I just watched videos of people turning on their old computers, and it was so satisfying. Especially when they opened Windows 98 and it was just like, wow, and I'm like, nostalgia! I'm trying to be quiet because Nana's asleep in the other room.
You're ridiculous.
I know. I love computers. And I love
yeah,
the clunky sounds. And I remember the ozone smell. And I love it.
She literally sat there and read 300 replies.
I'm obsessed.
Like, a good third of them she read out loud.
That's how I am when I look at Reddit, too.
The best thing about this, though, is that she does voices when she's reading things like this.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you are a delight. Thank you for existing in my life. Like, just so happy.
I'm gonna hang out with both of you in a call sometime.
Yeah.
I think I hung out with. I think Nan came to story night once or something. I don't remember.
The one time she was hanging out with us, she didn't really talk.
She spoke like a couple times.
Yeah, because you and Nana were talking and I was talking, and she just kind of sat there and was being awkward as hell. And I was like, I don't really care. Like, talk if you feel comfortable. But yeah.
I think you sent it to me, but I didn't watch it, or I watched a little bit of it and I didn't understand it because I am not super into superhero movies. Haven't come to story night. Okay. Yeah, we were in voice chat at some point. Voice chat can become an unhinged zone.
Well, it was just the 4 of us. There weren't other people there.
Yeah. It was me and Jill and the Nans.
Yeah.
We need to get Nano into the server too.
I'm sure he would come if I asked him to.
And then
You're
we'll
like,
give them their
listen.
own channel that only they can post in, called the Nans. And the cool thing, we got a she, we got a he, we got a they. Now you're gonna find a Nan with like a neo-pronoun.
I have yet to meet another Nan, so I've only got the 3.
You're like collecting Nans.
I know!
Extreme lagging? No. I've only dropped 300 frames this entire stream.
This isn't exactly a graphic-heavy game.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Cash. I didn't see you there. I have like a backpack by the door, and he's sleeping on top of it. But before stream on Tuesday, he was inside the backpack. It was so funny.
What a funny little man.
Yeah. I
Little
took a
baby
video.
man.
Let's see if I saved it. Story night can get a little loud, but if you are interested, Nan, in coming to story night, that is this Sunday, we will be,
Swan Song on Sundays.
Oh,
D&D.
right, I forgot that you guys are nerds.
Yeah. Yeah. Though it's possible that this week game might be canceled because our DM has to go out of town, either Saturday or Sunday, and he doesn't know which day it's gonna be yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and incidentally, I have a game with him both of those days, so one or the other.
How many D&D games are you in?
Just the 2.
Okay.
I'm hoping to add a 3rd. But that game has been having a lot of other issues, and the only time I've actually spoke to the DM, like in voice call, he was just griping about the other characters, and I'm like, or the other players, and I'm like, I am so sorry.
D&D and polyamory. Like your relationships in D&D are the same.
I mean, you have to put a lot of attention into both, so I guess. Yeah. But I have started kind of developing a character that I would want to use for this other campaign, so at least I've done that much. But because the answer of whether or not I can actually join is super iffy, and it's a 3.5 campaign, which to my knowledge means you have to plan out the entire character's development before you even start.
That's so inaccessible.
It is, which is why I like 5e, but like I really wanted to fucking play this game because like half of the players are people that are my friends.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, I want to be involved. But no, I hear there's a lot of issues with things that are going on with it currently, and I'm just like,
I have no idea what Mothman's saying. It's so funny. I'm just getting out of context Mothman.
Mothman is probably playing Spyro the Dragon.
Oh yeah, because this looks like Spyro, actually. The same coloration.
Yeah.
I was thinking that. I was like, this looks like some character. Nana, what is this song from? Oh, you've been trying to interact? I'm sorry, it's very hard to read and focus on this. Donkey Kong Country, okay. I played Spyro once, but with somebody that I don't care for, so... It's not ruined for me, but like... Let me get over them first before I play it again.
Honestly.
Yeah.
You're like, I just have bad memories, and I would like to be able to look at this without thinking of that.
Hi Shay, how are you? Hope that you're having a great day.
Or at the very least, you would want to be able to not have like immediate negative feelings so that you can then recontextualize it for yourself. But like sometimes it takes time.
Because I feel like Spyro I can get over. Like, I can play it without thinking about that person, but like, Kingdom Hearts is like 3 bad people. I'm like, when 3, okay, like, shame on me, like, fool me once, whatever, blah blah blah, I said that backwards. But like, I finished the dinosaur!
Hell yeah, no you did. Oh,
I didn't?
The delay.
Oh, okay.
I heard the ding and I look over and I'm like, but there's still a thing on there, and I realize it's because there's a delay.
But like, the thing about it, Kingdom Hearts, yeah, Kingdom Hearts and Stardew Valley for Orville, you know, it's just like, shame on me for being fooled by the first person, but whatever, you know. I was mentally ill, I did what I could, you know? And then, like, the second person, they were okay with the boundary, but they were still just like, you gotta like this thing. It's integral to my personality.
Well, there's a difference between understanding a thing and liking the thing.
Yeah.
Like, you could understand the thing without having to go through the experience yourself.
And the last person made me play it while I was healing from top surgery, and I was just like, I'm really stressed. I just want to watch Avatar The Last Airbender. I don't really want to play this stupid game.
Why wouldn't they... Okay, so here's the other thing I don't understand. It's like, why wouldn't... If they wanted you to experience it that much, why wouldn't they just, like, pull up a fucking cutscene movie on YouTube and be like, here, you can see, you know, the greatest hits of what the actual story is because you clearly don't have the spoons to play a freaking 50-hour game.
Yeah.
And that's 50 hours if you're doing, like, if you're booking it.
I enjoyed Birth by Sleep, but, like, the first one is just, like...
The original part is a slog.
Is the Etsy strike going on? I don't know. Do you know if the Etsy strike is still going on?
I have no idea what you're even talking about.
There's like a strike on Etsy because they're stealing too much from the people who are the artists.
You mean like they increase their fees to take more money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that like Ko-fi says that they have no fee, but you receive it through PayPal and PayPal has a fee. So,
They've-
and any
they're both
amount of money
fine.
I've gotten through Ko-fi has had like a 1 or 2%, maybe higher. I haven't paid attention. But it'd be like, oh, you just got $5 from this person, and then you look at your bank account, and you actually got like $4.46, and you're like, excuse me, this game or like Kingdom Hearts? Because this game, I could do this for hours.
This is a very good time sink. I like to play this game while I'm watching videos or like just zoning out, talking to people, right?
Yeah.
Most of the time I play this game while I am in voice calls.
I'm so relaxed right now. I was like so anxious from work and stressed, and I'm just like, I could just melt here into my chair.
You're just like, all right, I'm just gonna wash away some dirt, and we're just gonna talk about like, disability rights.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. We talked about disability rights. We talked about eating disorders,
Positivity, yeah.
body positivity, hyperfixations, Final Fantasy, trains.
Yeah, Final Fantasy is my current hyperfixation, which is fine because, you know,
I don't
also
have a major one right now.
Oh my gosh! See, here's the thing about it.
Why
is
did
that
they
there's-
cancel your order? That's rude. Alright, Orville, I appreciate you for hanging out with us for a little bit. I love your commitment, and you're a wonderful person, and I'll see you on Saturday. A good guy. Oh yeah, I love how Mothman always posts, like, Lord of the Rings memes in the Discord server. I'm just like, oh, this is great. I have no idea what the fuck this means, but it's so funny seeing their joy. Like, that's the thing about you guys, is that, like, I get so much secondhand joy from all of you sharing your hyperfixations. I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about half the time when you talk about Final Fantasy, unless you, like, explain it to me. I'm just like, this is so cool and interesting.
I don't even understand half of it. I have to have Nan explain it to me.
Yeah.
Because she's the one who is like the lore guru.
So
And
I
I'm
got
like-
third-hand exposure, but second-hand
asking-
joy.
I'm asking these questions like, what? I'm like, I don't understand what is happening right now. And she's like, well.
What does it have to do with, like... What does it have to do with, like Sephiroth?
Sephiroth is not in Final Fantasy 14, though I know of. Like,
Do the stories connect?
no.
Then what's the point?
Most of the games do not have connected stories, no.
But they're in the same universe.
I don't know.
What?
I know that at least Final Fantasy 7 and, like,
So
the one,
Hot
the-
anime boys.
whatever comes after it, essentially,
Thank you, Brody. This is a great stream. I'm having fun. Not the same universe?
not even close.
What
There's
the
a
fuck?
There's even, so there's an event going on right now in 14 where a character from Final Fantasy 11, which is the other MMO, yes, they have two,
Two
has somehow-
Sephiroths! I need to drink water.
Sephiroth, yeah,
Yeah,
oh,
my
right.
camera is a little laggy. Shrap was right about that. I don't know why my camera's being laggy.
Sephiroth is the tree thing, isn't it? Or is it a dragon? Like, there's so many dragons in that game.
Kind of like in Zelda 2, all the towns are named after eventual characters.
Or they just took all the town names and named.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the same universe. A lot of basically the character designs are all very similar aesthetic. They're all, you know, like JRPGs. And they have a very similar, they're similar thematically. In many of the Final Fantasy games, you fight God of that universe. Right?
Oh, like in Kirby.
Yeah! Except there's
include
no, you know, eat the enemy and six-armed tree demon. There you go.
I love that. Recurring characters and enemies. Isn't Sid in every single one, though?
Yes, Sid is in Final Fantasy 14, so yeah, There's also recurring characters. I want to say Biggs and Wedge are recurring characters. that
When
are
I think
in
of Biggs, I think
multiplayer.
of Sonic.
Well, Biggs is in Final Fantasy XIV. He is Rogadin, so he's one of the biggest characters. That's a playable race.
Oh, horse song. Sorry, the music is playing Zelda horse race. Birdie, you're fine. You don't have to apologize. Horse Plinko! I get so much joy out of Horse Plinko. I'll just be like doing something stupid at work, like making mocha or whatever, and I'll just be like, Horse Plinko. If that ain't a stem, I don't know what is. One
of the more recent memes that's come out of Final Fantasy XIV is an alignment chart. The creator of the game recently made a statement saying that, you know, all third-party tools are banned. Like mods and things for the game are all banned technically. Okay. So if you are using them and they can tell definitively that you are, you will get suspended or banned.
Nana, do you want to tell the class of how you broke your Wii?
Oh no. Anyways,
it's weird.
This prompted a alignment chart of third-party tools, which I will go and grab so that I can be accurate in reading this.
Yeah, your homebrew Wii. Why did you homebrew your Wii?
I don't know if I want to know.
We have 3 Wiis. I feel like the Markiplier 5 ovens meme.
No, it was in this other server. I am in more than one Final Fantasy XIV server now.
It's so cute! They literally broke their Wii. Like their Wii, they can't play their Wii because they're trying to take artsy photos in Smash. That's so cute!
I love that! I love that! Alright, I'm gonna put this link in the miscellaneous games chat.
Okay, I'll read it after stream.
It's an alignment chart. Function purist, function neutral, and function rebel on the left side, and across the top is form purist, form neutral, and form rebel, and it's like third-party tool alignment chart, right? And it goes from function and form purist being botting programs are third-party tools, right, which is the obvious, down to function and form rebel being a literal cat is a third-party tool.
Oh.
So,
what if I have no function at all?
Well, it's basically saying, because there was a statement released saying that third-party tools are a bannable offense, and because essentially vetting every third-party tool to determine which one does not go against the terms of service is an impossible endeavor. They just ban them across the board.
Oh.
Yeah.
Even if you're using a photo-taking app.
Well, you don't really need to use a photo-taking app because they have the photo mode in the game.
Yeah.
A lot of the things that people are using these tools for is stuff that they have added to the game anyway.
Yeah.
Like, it's like specific damage counters or things like that, like overlays and stuff.
But
and
like,
so,
I understand with online games, because like, you can end up accidentally, or end up hacking to cheat at the game. But like, yes. Skyrim, for example, it's not an online game, so you can play it however the fuck you want.
Exactly.
But they should allow, like, cosmetic hacking.
Right, but because they cannot determine that your cosmetic hacking is not also doing other hacking, if it is obvious, because the cosmetic tools are only client side, as long as you don't make it super obvious that you're using them, they don't have a way to tell.
Yeah. Which reminds me, you'll see something very funny in Skyrim, which is very broken, and I love it very, very much.
Oh no.
But I'm very excited.
I fear. Ooh, the floor cleaned.
It looks like the old Google Chrome logo.
It does. It's got those bright colors.
I miss when Google was a friendly entity and not a fearful one.
Google has always been terrifying.
There's a religion around Google that was established in the late 90s.
That's a little weird.
Yeah, me and Nana were reading about it. Allowed a dragon to attend the wedding. Oh, and the dragon. Oh, that's so cute. I have a mod. I'm not gonna spoil exactly what, but it turns mammoths into something. And when I saw it, I was very horrified. I was like, what is that? You'll find out on Saturday. Snape wives. Oh goodness. Probably some Harry Potter stuff.
I generally try to avoid Harry Potter stuff anymore, just on principle.
It's not even that good anyway.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Thank you. That's the highest compliment I could ever receive. Being correct about Harry Potter being trash.
It's not trash, but it's not great.
Yeah.
Like, there are far better series out there.
Oh yeah.
It just, because it got so popular that a lot of people just know it, and
Let's get some love for Guardians of Gahul.
It just became really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And it's like, alright, let's focus on, you know, something else, right? But it's like, it's hard to pick a new thing when that was like a childhood hyperfixation and it wasn't a problem until you were an adult and you're like, oh shit, now I have to...
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, talk about Guardians of Gahul.
I don't know anything about Guardians of Gahul.
Oh, let's talk about Nana, but yeah.
Something that I can talk about is a series called the Pendragon series, which I read back in, I want to say, like my early 20s, so like 10 years ago or more.
I've heard of that.
I own all of them, like, in hardback, except for the first one, I think, that like my niece borrowed and never gave back, and I'm like, alright. But it is a long series, very similar in, like, book density to the Harry Potter books, but it is a very different series in general.
Yeah.
And it's really good, and I honestly should probably go back and read it again. I learned I learned a word in the second to last book, because in the intro he calls it the penultimate Pendragon. And he literally said, if you've never heard this word before, go and look it up. The book will still be here when you're done.
I love that. Mothman, were you the wolf girl? Have you seen the wolf girl TikToks? She's like, I must get with Jake.
Twilight was an experience.
Oh yeah, I was super into Twilight when I was in the 7th grade.
I read Twilight when I was in college.
I had a crush on this guy, and I hoped that he was a vampire because he was really pale. But I was like, there can't be ginger vampires. Muffin was a wolf girl. I love that. Hell yeah! The wolf girl's trans. Oh, I'm so happy for them. Aww, that's so exciting.
Wolf girl. Wait, hang on.
From TikTok.
Ah.
I'll have to find a wolf girl TikTok and send it to you. I'll post it. I'll post it in the videos or whatever.
Oh, Lord.
You'll be like, oh boy.
I'm already like that.
Well, they do this stance, like this jumping stance. It's so fucking funny.
Oh, nice.
Oh, are we talking about different people? Oh. Which wolf person are you talking about? I'm talking about the one that's like double speed, does like the jumping dance. Hello!
Bulba Boy. Bulba Boy.
E-Raid!
You must drink
You're
the
talking
beverage.
about,
Viewers.
right?
Beverage.
View of
Beveragy.
Yeah. And you're talking about raiding their
streams.
I have already
Or their
drank one entire
viewership,
bottle
right?
of juice.
yeah.
Thank you for the raid! How are you? Asynthetic, you're a cool person. I want the whole world to know about how cool you are. What were you playing? I need to know, how was your stream? Tonight I'm playing Powerwash Simulator with Jill! I'm gonna wash her ass.
Thank you.
That's not your ass. I gotta make sure your
My
tummy's clean too.
My ass is gonna be so clean. Just incredibly clean.
Wash your
Alright.
face.
This.
Oh yeah, that is yucky.
Alright.
Some Stardew Valley. Oh, you got a prismatic shard. I'm so happy for you.
Hey, gay rock.
Gay rocks, gay rocks. Steven Universe, gay rocks. That's so exciting. Well, thank you so
okay.
much for the raid. I appreciate any time that you're here, because you have great energy. You never fail to make me smile.
Very nice. We appreciate
Yeah.
something else. Alright, so the climbing wall and the monkey bars. You can grab the ladder to get on top of the monkey bars.
Where's the ladder?
It's right here, I got it. There you go.
Is this a song from Earthbound? Oop, I wasn't other kid, but I did howl a lot. Ah! I did have a little Naruto phase when I was a little kid. It was not cute. But I made, like, fan comics, where, like, I went to ninja school, and, like, I wanted to learn Japanese because of Naruto.
I mean,
Nice.
shit, be as cringe as you want to be.
Yeah, exactly. Being cringe is cool now.
It's not cool, but it's not something that you should be, like, mad at people over.
I didn't want to think I would read you just because you were playing Pokemon. Aw, thank you! I'm taking a little break from Pokemon right now, because that last stream of Pokemon was overwhelming. It took us, like, what, 2 hours to beat Cynthia?
Can you scoop up so I can come up here?
No.
Thank you.
I did it.
Hey.
At least you didn't wear neon orange Did you wear neon? That is so cute, Jamie. I love you. Oh, you love wolves. Chickens and wolves are, like, not meant to be.
A long time on that dinosaur.
Yeah, that was my favorite thing. Let's do, I feel like the house would be too much.
The dirt bike's gonna take like a minute or two.
Yeah. Let's do the dirt bike anyway. I did that and wore Naruto headband. That's so cute! All the games you play fit my vibe. I'm very happy I found your channel. Thank you! Neon leg warmer soundballer. Get that 80s stuff. Yeah!
Yeah.
Let's demolish this. You're more, like, methodical than I am, and I'm just chaos. Oh, it spells tired the weird way.
Yeah, everything in this game is like British.
I love Kirby's Epic Yarn. I listen to a lot of Kirby music when I stream because it makes me feel peaceful.
I mean, everybody else is listening to lo-fi.
Yeah, like, lo-fi music can get a little overrated.
It's repetitive, I think.
Sprocket? What the fuck's a sprocket? Yeah, you, like, watch any streamer, and they're, like, any random streamer you find, and they're probably listening to the Lo-Fi Girl on YouTube.
That's it.
I'm like, I want to listen to freaking Kirby, because it's my happy music. I bought my green suit, but I'm not wearing it. Oh, golf cart! Did you equip it? How do you equip it? How do you equip things you buy?
In the menu it'll say like clothing or
Where?
something.
Uh,
So oh wait, no. Hit E.
E.
Yeah. You want to be out of that menu.
Oh! I bought it! Oh, there it is. Okay. Cute. Now I'm green.
Yeah, you are.
Oh! E. And I gotta put on my new gun. I got a new gun. Whee! Look how strong my new gun is.
I've been using it since you bought it.
What's your favorite soup? Brody wants to know.
My favorite soup?
I like pumpkin soup.
I mean,
Squash soup.
my favorite soup that I make personally is probably broccoli cheddar or like I also like making egg drop. But like my favorite soup to eat is pho.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what the pho?
Yeah, my favorite is getting the autumn squash soup from Panera. And I got really sad when it was no longer fall, so I couldn't have it anymore. Cheesy potato.
I will say that my favorite pie is pumpkin or sweet potato pie.
Oh, that sounds good. I'm a cheesecake guy. Butternut squash soup is so good, like expectantly delicious. Yeah, butternut squash. Chef's kiss. I enjoy lo-fi and play it sometimes on my opening screen, but Kirby's Epic Yarn is a special place. Yeah. In the video, you ended floating.
Yeah, I was jumping when I finished that.
Oh, fuck it, let's do the house. We started late anyway.
Cat house is not as big of a project as the playground was, I don't think.
Tomato soup with grilled cheese. Pog
Yeah.
move. Get a
Oh, I like-
baguette. Use the
we could
baguette
dip,
as a spoon.
French fries into not grilled cheese, into tomato soup.
Oh, I never thought of French fries.
Yeah. So when we go out to eat, or we used to go out to eat more often, but we don't really now.
Understandable. Food is expensive.
I would get this like chicken strip melt. So it was like chicken strip,
Chicken
and I would get-
strips!
and like I would have them do cheddar cheese because it came with pepper jack, and I'm like, no, thank you. So I'd have to swap it out for cheddar, and there would be like ranch on it, and it was just like a melted grilled sandwich. And with that, I would get French fries and tomato basil soup.
Yeah.
And I would dip first the fries and then the sandwich into the soup, and then I'd eat the rest of the soup.
Yeah, I do that with Panera. I'll get like a grilled cheese and tomato soup. And I'll use the baguette as a spoon. Because it's like the outside is hard, so it doesn't like
It's like a bread bowl.
Yeah, it doesn't soak through. Okay, like when me and Sith went to Panera together, they got a bread bowl, and it was so cute seeing them be so happy about that. But like, their soda machine dispensed boobly, lime boobly. I have never seen. I've never seen that before. I've never seen boobly in a dispenser, like in a soda machine.
I mean, it's carbonated. There's no reason why they shouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah, exactly. It was the happiest I've ever been in a restaurant.
The other day, Dominic took me to get froyo, and they had mochi chunks and these like mango flavored, like they're like, they're not actual boba because they're not tapioca pearls, but they're like the little balls that like for flavoring.
I like balls in my mouth.
Yeah, the bursting balls full of juice, fucking fuck me up with those, dude.
Yeah.
Anyways, so they have mochi and mango boba balls as toppings for the froyo, and I was like, I would eat an entire quart just of the mochi with the mango boba. It was so good. But like also they had green like sour green apple froyo, and I was like, oh fuck me up, fam. And then he took me on Saturday, and so on Sunday when I asked my mom, I'm like, hey, do you want to go out, you know, and have
Thank you for the lyrics, Jen. Once again, thank you for the raid. I really appreciate you. Man, I just want balls in my mouth, and I'm talking about boba.
Listen, we saved that content for the After Dark stream. No,
Yeah,
it was
being
like
completely innocent.
I got strawberry and sour apple, and then like I topped the rest of it. Like I literally got a quart-sized container, and only half of it is actually where I put the froyo. The rest of it was just like the mochi and the balls, and it was just that one actually had to make it home because I was driving, but
Yeah.
the one I had with Dominic did not make it home because we sat in the parking lot and ate it.
Yeah. I would do that
And
too.
it was. I still have the spoon, actually.
You erased the paw prints. I singled them out because I thought they were cute.
Yeah, the paw prints are for the cat. The cat is one of the lore things in here.
Oh.
I want to say he's on the neighbor's roof. So, like, when we get up to the roof, if you look over to this house over
this
here,
one.
the white house with the blue roof, next to this one, I think that's where you'll see the cat, but I don't remember.
Gimme kitty, gimme kitty, gimme kitty, me want kitty, 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 kitty.
Apparently the bear's cat.
I love cats!
It's very cute.
I want to kiss a cat right now. Cashew's asleep on the floor. Pass the fuck out.
Yep.
Oh no, he's squirming.
But yeah, I was like extremely fucking jazzed about the froyo. And so I went back the next day and I was like, listen, I told my mom, I said, listen, I don't have a whole lot of money, but I can buy us froyo today. You know, it was Mother's Day. We were going out to have a meal because my brother had sent her a gift card for Cracker Barrel, which is her favorite restaurant.
Yeah.
And we went to Cracker Barrel, the two of us, and then we had to walk around the store for like 30 minutes to try and find something to spend the last like $16 of her gift card on or something. She ended up getting a metal insulated drink cup, which has like, it's mostly white and has like unicorns on it, and it's very cute.
Cute.
That's actually where I got one of my favorite mugs, which is a cat mermaid, and it says I'm meowgical.
Aww.
It's a huge mug. Like,
happy birthday,
16
Mr. Clamps.
Oh.
I'm sorry you got an ad. That's weird because you're subscribed. But how was your birthday stream? How much money did you raise for the American Heart Association?
Happy birthday, Clamp.
That's so cool. You did a little fundraiser. Didn't you do that for your birthday last year, too? Which is so awesome. I used my birthday for reaping chaos.
I randomly remembered yesterday that Mr. Clamp's role in your server is a link to the clamp.
A link to the clamp. I love that.
Did you forget about that?
Yeah, 123. Yeah. That's awesome.
That's the name of his role.
Clampy, I'm so proud of you. Andy, if that is your real name.
Listen, oh, I'm so sorry. This is a very narrow porch. I'm
gonna shoot your butt again.
He's the bingo boy. He's won the Breath of the Wild bingo every time I've watched him play it.
I swear, in 5 years, we'll play Breath of the Wild bingo, Not 5 years. Whenever I get to Breath of the Wild. Which will probably be next year.
And I don't think you're gonna be playing bingo the first time you play the game.
Oh, no, no, no.
It's really weird to think that that game turned 5 years old just a couple months ago.
5 years?
Yeah, it released in 2017.
What?
Yep.
Dear God.
It's been 5 years since Breath of the Wild released. Yeah. And there is, in fact, a deer god in that game.
Oh, like in Arceus.
It's called Satori. And it has 2 faces. It looks very Ghibli-esque.
Thank you. It's Uzwen. Is that your alt? Thank you for following me on your alt. I appreciate you. I hope that you're having a better day than you were having yesterday.
Oh, was Ooze not having a good day?
Yeah. Rude people.
Oh, that sucks.
Some people need to get a little swift kick in the...
Some people need their knees powdered, and it really shows.
Their knees powdered.
Yeah! Turn your kneecaps into fucking dust! That's...
Can we hire you as a bodyguard for Ulin? Yeah.
So...
Chilliford's bodyguard service.
I have started saying things that Nan says just because the two of us will just randomly spout shit and then it just sticks. One of the things she says is, "I'm gonna give you bird knees."
Oh yeah, the inverted knees thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you bird knees. But the other one that was equally amusing was, "I'm gonna glue your hands to your butt cheeks."
Is that a big thing? I can't tell. Like, if you got a plush rump, wouldn't you want to be, you know, feeling something soft?
Then you'd never use your hands again for anything else.
That's why God gave us a mouth. I am not playing this game with my mouth.
That was specifically a Final Fantasy thing. Throw you off the bridge to Ishgard.
Strongbad did that to Strong Sand at least twice.
Oh no! At least?
At least.
Oh no!
I'm getting thrown off a bridge. I love that.
I'm sorry, I don't remember all of the details of your creative insults.
Oh, you're fine, Uzwin. Jill's gonna be your bodyguard, it's okay. I don't know if you caught that part. Oh, on your phone, okay. I told Jill you weren't having a good day, and she said that she was gonna powder someone's knees.
Yeah, I'm gonna powder their kneecaps. Pulverize them.
They deserve it. So Jill's your bodyguard now.
I am the Lorax, I speak for the trees. You do that shit again and break your fucking knees.
I saw it coming too, and I just had to like stop and put the mouse down. Like, I'm fucking obsessed. I miss hanging out with you. This is great. I just didn't have like social energy to stream with other people for a while. That's why I just kind of like stopped doing the
friend streams.
The friend streams. It was just like too much. I was like, I need to do my own thing for a little bit.
You did your own thing literally every day of the week, and it's fine.
Yeah. Because there's so many friends I've streamed with, and never like, I did like 1 or 2 streams with them, and I'm like, I don't have the emotional capacity to get back to streaming with those people. Even if I'm still on good terms with those people. That's the other weird thing. Ooh, what do you want to play together? I'll play something with you. We can talk about some wacky bullshit that we do. Silly, I must go because sensory overload. I'm glad I was able to watch. Thank you, Nan. I really appreciate you. And I hope that you do something that brings you joy. All of
She's
you.
probably gonna go play more Ark.
Cool. We've never streamed together, you're right. But I'm totally down for it. Like, hell yeah. Still playing Ark. Consistent!
She freaking tamed a dinosaur earlier that shoots spines out of its face and quickly became very overpowered because she was literally riding a Gatling gun.
I want to know what
It
this
was
graffiti
insane.
means.
If you actually read the text blog, because you get like messages,
Yeah.
they say that at first they're like, what are these symbols? They're so weird. They're like alien symbols or angel symbols or something like that. And then later it's like, no, these are just builder marks.
Oh. I'm not been doing group trips anymore. Too stressful. Hate masking. And that's the thing. Like, you don't have to mask with me. You know, like, I don't normally mask on stream either. I'm like, I'm gonna be my authentic self. When I'm miserable, that's when I'm masking. You know, like, the depressed piece of shit that Nana sees is probably masking sometimes. I just want to be a goofy little guy. I just want to say out-of-pocket shit that makes me happy.
Yeah.
You can be yourself on my streams, that's for sure. If you can't be yourself on your own streams, fuck the people who won't let you be that person. And if anyone you collaborate with doesn't let you be yourself, fuck them as well. Just completely... That's just like... You're not too much for being who you are.
Here's the thing. Okay, my stance on it is that even when somebody is too much for me, I'm never gonna shame them for it.
Yes.
Like, I might have to apologize and say, you know, I don't have the energy because specific people are more draining and I don't have an explanation for it. But I'm not gonna make that person, like, I'm not gonna tell them that it's their fault because it's not. And there's no reason for me to make them feel uncomfortable. Like,
exactly.
No. I have several friends that just are exhausting to me because of their energy level, and it's not their fault.
That's just how you are.
And so I just will, like, sometimes I'll be in a voice call and I'm just muted, or I just won't go in and hang out because I know that a lot of the time the energy level is very possible and can very quickly get into ranges that I can't handle.
Yeah.
Like, literally earlier this week, I was in a voice call with a bunch of the people that play Final Fantasy XIV, or the people that I play D&D with. Like, these two groups overlap. And just all of a sudden, they started making a specific joke, but everybody in the call was perpetuating it for like 5 minutes straight, and my brain was like, nope, 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 can't do it. And I just immediately, I was like, I couldn't participate in call anymore. And
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything, right? I'm not gonna tell them, hey, you need to stop because this is too much for me, because there was 6 other people there that were all having a great time.
Yeah, you just deafen and move on.
Well, it's more like I took my headphones off and I ended up moving to a different room where just one person was, and this is a person that I know for a fact is like pretty chill. So I just was like, hey, I saw you hanging out over here by yourself, and I just came to hang out. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. Right? Like, it's just, and literally in the free company server that we have, recently was made a room specifically that was like, hey, this is for people who want to be social but need calm and quiet.
Oh yeah, there's this one server that I modded has one like that they use for, they call it like the business room, and so you can use that for like parallel play, so that like, say you have to get some work done, you can find someone else in the server who will want to work alongside you, so that you have someone who can keep you accountable. Even if you don't say a single thing to each other and just are on mute, or just like ambient sounds from one another's mic, you know, it's fine.
Right. So this one specifically is like,
I
It's
think
like
hydrate.
quiet time is what it's called, right? Basically, my thing is that I want to have calm, consistent conversation.
That's not venting, that's part of the conversation. Whenever I get comfortable, I get super excited and impulse talk. Like, I feel bad and I want people to calmly tell me. But when people tell me I interject or talk too much over people, I feel like I'm crying because it means they liked me when I was quiet and shy. Yeah. I feel like I'm the same way. Like, people always told me I was annoying growing up. It's like, I'm not annoying, I just have a lot to say, and you don't think it's of any consequence. Or, I just like to stim with my voice, you know? I just like to say stupid shit.
Right. It is okay to an extent, but sometimes my brain is just like, nope, this is too much, and I start to shut down, right? And that's not somebody else's fault, and it's not my fault either, right? But I also have to recognize that that is a need that I have to just chill and hang out. And that's something that is surprisingly uncommon. And
Clamps, you're not annoying.
you can absolutely tell my age because I'm like, I can't be in a call full of like older teens and early 20s folks because they're all like cackling about memes, and I'm just like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Like,
Where'd you put the ladder?
It was on the ground.
Where is it?
Well,
Oh,
now I have it.
this is grody.
But I specifically have issues with folks who are a lot younger than I am most of the time.
When you're
and
like
it's
the
just-
aunt of our entire server, and we're all
Right.
like, most of
It's
us are
just-
younger than you.
Of my energy level, and something I can do about
You
it.
kids, get off my lawn! Basically.
Pretty much. Well, and like, I'm fine with it, right? I will participate from a distance, but I can't be. When I'm in a call and then 5 people start saying the same thing in rapid succession and it's overlapping, my brain just goes, nope. So specifically, the other day, it was riddle me piss, which is apparently a joke from something.
I don't get it, but it's funny.
I don't either, but it sounds funny until 6 people start saying it all laughing on top of each other in varying intensities.
I do find it hard to regulate in voice chat on server, like, what is overstimulating and what is not. But, like,
Yeah.
it's okay, like, if you get overstimulated during, like, story night, for example, just, like, take your headphones off, mute your mic, and that's okay. You know, you don't have to, like, announce that you need a moment. You can just mute, and we'll know that you need to have that accessibility.
Well, and, like, not even that, but you don't have to tell anybody.
Yeah, you don't have to tell anybody that you're not feeling okay.
No, you can just back out.
People
You
will
can just-
understand.
And take a step back, and nobody's gonna question it because, like,
You can just leave, and it's okay.
yeah, like, there's no requirement of anyone to be anywhere. And that's a thing that I find that a lot of people have a hard time understanding, is that you are not required to participate in things just because your friends are doing them.
Exactly. Oh, I'm sorry about the 9-month-old. I find that babies are also very overstimulating. That's something I have a hard time with at work. There's so many children, and I'm just like, why aren't these children at school? Or why aren't these children... Why are these parents bringing their children to the store? Why can't they just do drive-up? It's just like, it's annoying to hear all these screaming children, and it just gives me a panic attack. If someone
I
just
can
tells me
handle
they need a moment, I'll give them that. Yeah. Like, hey, you changed topic, can we go back? Yeah, exactly.
Well, like, sometimes, you know, my filter for things that are TMI to most people is non-existent, right?
Oh,
so I
yeah.
don't just talk about stuff because nothing phases me.
Same here.
And, well, that's not true, because there's been multiple times when, like, I was talking about something and you've been like, okay, let's not, or, you know,
Maybe
like,
it
we need to
depended
talk
on
about
what
something else.
about my energy that day, because there are some times where I'm just like, maybe I need to be in the right mind. But
Well, the
most of the
important
time, I can
thing-
hear some horrifying shit and be okay with it.
The important thing is that I am not offended when
Yeah.
somebody tells me that the thing that I'm talking about is too much for them.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, alright, we'll talk about something else. Like, I don't care.
It's all about boundaries.
Well, and that's the thing, is that some people get mad when other people have to set boundaries, and it's like, why? Like, is it really that important for me to talk about the thing that I was talking about, or is it more important that people feel like they're comfortable and can actually enjoy a conversation? Like, yeah, I know, my filter is terrible. There's not really a lot I can do about that, but I can listen to other people when they say, hey, what you're talking about right now is too much for me.
Yeah, like, I think sometimes if, like, say you talk about a doctor's appointment you had, I might get a little touchy about it. Because, like, my mom, anytime I call her, she has to tell me about all of her doctor's appointments that she's had and blah, blah, blah. Like, she always, like, whenever I call, she has to tell me about a doctor's appointment. And so, like, when people talk about doctor's appointments, sometimes it makes me a little touchy if I'm not ready for it.
Right. Like...
But in the same vein, I do like talking about my doctor's appointments. Not that I go to the doctor very often.
Right. I haven't been to the doctor in quite some time.
It sucks to be made out as a bad person because people think you're too much. I tell people, if you're something is a problem, tell me. Understanding. It's also painful that if I apologize to someone, they think I'm being... No, you're not a manipulative or a bad person for apologizing.
So, there's a time and place for apologizing.
Yeah. If you're constantly apologizing for something that isn't even, like, your fault, you don't have to apologize.
Yes.
Like,
So,
if you say, I have to go leave, I'm so sorry for leaving, don't apologize for leaving, just leave.
Just be like, alright, I gotta go, bye. I'll be like, okay, cool, see you later. That's the end of the conversation. That's as far as it has to go.
Yep.
One thing that annoys me is that talking over each other happens in voice calls. There's nothing that you can do to avoid that, unless you literally wait for, like, a long pause before you start speaking. It's gonna happen. Something that drives me nuts is when people start having that crosstalk, and then both parties just stop talking, and nobody starts talking again.
Yeah.
And I have this one particular friend who every time that happens, they will apologize like 5 or 6 times, and I don't want to tell them that, you know, you don't have to apologize, because literally everybody tells them, hey, you don't have to apologize. But it's like, it's just so ingrained in them, and that's the only time when it, like, kind of annoys me, right?
Yeah.
But I also...
Hi, Cashew.
I'm also not gonna say that it's annoying, because guess what? It's not something that they're doing it, like, consciously.
I got cat.
You know, and with the other people in the room saying, you don't have to apologize, no, it's okay, you know, go ahead. That kind of thing, like, that's all it takes. Because, like, yeah, it's excessive, and yeah, it's a little bit frustrating, but, like, I don't dislike that person because of it.
It's like, you're also with understanding people. You know, thank you for the posture check. You're with understanding people if you're in a voice chat on my server, for example. Like, we all understand. Like, 90% of us are autistic and understand. So it's just like, it's okay if you have a moment where you need to go nonverbal, or you are uncomfortable and need to just go on mute. It's like, it's fine, or just leave, you know?
Yeah,
you don't have to make a crisis about it either.
Yes, it frustrates me when people put too much emphasis on, hey, I need to go take a break. But then, you know, they, like, apologize profusely, and it's like, dude, just go. Just go take care of yourself. Nobody is going to tell you that you can't. And you're only perpetuating your own insecurities about it being a big deal by announcing it and making it a big deal.
And like, no one thinks you're crazy, by the way. That's just, you're just going through a lot, and that's how your trauma manifests.
Also, you should not say that about yourself.
Yeah. Don't say that mean thing about my friend.
Yeah.
Like, I said something, like, really self-deprecating to my... And then you were like, that's my friend Holden you're talking about. And I was just like, oh, okay, then I won't say that again. It made me feel really good.
I literally told you, you're not allowed to talk bad about my friend.
Yeah. And maybe once in a while I slip, you know, I'll be like, oh, I fucking hate myself, or be like, that was really stupid of me. But like, the way that I look at my self-worth is a lot higher now, you know? I'm like,
Yes,
I'm a good person who does good things.
And here's the thing, is that usually my thing that I do when I, like, make a mistake, or like, I forget something, right? I'll be like, oh, good job, me. Like, sarcastically, but I'm using positive words.
Yeah.
You know, like, it matters the words that you say to yourself. They are significant. And people don't realize that makes a huge difference, because guess what? You're still a person, and your brain is going to be conditioned by whatever it is that you say to it.
Yep. That's what I learned.
So if you keep saying bad things about yourself, guess what you're going to think about yourself? You're going to think those bad things, and if you keep saying that, it's not going to get better.
Like, I used to be in this phase in my life where I consumed a lot of nihilist memes. And I was like, oh, I'm not worth anything. Like, my life is completely worthless. I'm a worthless human being. But then when I surrounded myself with people that actually cared about me, I realized that I wasn't a worthless person, and that I was actually capable of good things, and that I shouldn't have been talking about myself that way. And my self-esteem rather improved a lot.
No one is worthless.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who have difficulties, who struggle to find that self-worth, but everybody has worth.
Yes.
And whether or not you have to work at it to be a person that you can consider to be, I guess, like...
You can also change your standard.
Yeah, you can change your standards.
Like productivity, you don't have to mold to capitalism's productivity, or like, you're 30 years old and you still work retail? Who cares? Go at life at your own pace. You know, like, you don't have to own a home by 32. You don't have to get married by 35. Like, that's just some stupid bullshit. Like, you can do life at your own pace, and no one's gonna think poorly of you. The people who think poorly of you are not worth keeping in your life.
Yeah. The hard thing is not comparing yourself to other people.
Yeah. So, like, I was, like, really scared to see my family recently, because I thought that they were gonna, like, make fun of me for still working in the food industry. I was like, no, I'm just in between figuring out what I want to do, and they were so understanding. And I was like, oh, wow, I did not expect that. I thought they'd be upset with me that I didn't pursue a more lucrative career. And it's just hard when you're, like, compared to your sibling who's making lots and lots of money doing their thing.
Yeah. That is exactly what happens to me, is that my family acts like they want to see my brother and not me.
Yes. It's always my brother.
Well, like, my one aunt never asks to see me or my mom. She only asks to see my brother. And it's really, really shitty of her to do that. And so this last time that he came into town, because he has a job that is remote, but also comes into Des Moines occasionally for, like, meetings, since they're based in Des Moines. And the last time he came into town, she wasn't invited.
Oh.
So he was only here for like 2 days, and I didn't feel well, so I didn't go see him.
Yeah.
But I have a new aunt, and she's actually really nice. And it's weird because I'm used to both of my aunts being mean, or at least the best way I can put it is like catty.
Yeah.
And that's just how it's always been my whole life, up until when one uncle got divorced, and all of a sudden he got a girlfriend who's like really nice, and now they're engaged. I'm like, holy shit, am I gonna have an aunt who's actually nice?
Wow.
Weird. like, I wasn't feeling well, so I didn't go to have dinner at their house, and Mom comes back and she says, yeah, Bev asked about you. And I was like, what? They noticed that I wasn't there?
Wow.
Yeah, like, it's shocking to me.
It's kind of a good feeling.
Yeah, like, I just 32 years of my life, and now I have an aunt who, well, you know, not legally yet, but functionally, who actually asks to see me. I'm like, huh? I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
It's just shocking when you realize that you just get used to something that's so incredibly awful. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, this person's treating me decently. Yeah.
Because guess what? You deserve to be treated like a good person.
Oh, absolutely. I just had kind of decided that, well, you know, they're gonna be the way they are, and I don't have the energy to keep trying to, you know, be connected with these people.
And you know, Mothman, it's okay if you don't get employed again. It's not wrong of you to not have a job. You do what you can for your health.
As long as you're able to get by, then do what you need to do. Do what you can to do. Like...
Parkour. Ooh, I didn't parkour.
Like... You know, I was terminated at my job in March. The 3rd of March, I think, was my official end date. But I haven't actually worked since October.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to do this course to learn how to do medical transcription work, and it's excruciating.
Oh, yeah.
It is all text. There's no, like, videos, there's no, like, lessons, there's no, like, instructors that I can talk to. Like, I could send email questions and they'll get back to me, like, in 2 to 3 business days or whatever.
Gross.
But it's not like a classroom setting. You know, I'm not going into a classroom and talking to people and learning about this with others. This is a self-paced thing, which is the absolute worst for somebody with ADHD.
Oh, yeah.
And there's 46 lessons.
Gross.
So, like, this could take me a full year to get through. And that's only if I did one of these lessons every week, which I haven't been able to do. And so, I'm like, I don't have the brain capacity, especially when I'm not medicated, to do this. And I try, and I can focus for maybe 30 minutes at a time before I'm like, okay, brain shut off, right?
I had a thing like that. You remember last year, around this time, I think in March, I got offered a job with this company that, gets workers to unionize, and you had to deliver union contracts. And I was really excited for that, and I had to get my license in life insurance.
Yes.
And I quit. They literally, you're hired, now you have to get your license. And I literally quit because they wanted me to learn, like, 18 units in 2 weeks. And I was like, I can't do this. This is too much. It's so dry, and I don't care about life insurance.
No.
But I need the license. I'm not going to be selling life insurance, but I need the life insurance license
Part
to
of the
sell
package.
because it's part of the package. Yeah.
Yeah. I just
quit a job I didn't even start. It made me feel weird.
It's
I did that
one
whole
of those
corner.
things where you have to be able to
I want to get up there.
this fascia wasn't done.
Oh. I pick up a ladder.
F.
I'm gonna fall off the ladder. I see it coming.
Fortunately, you are made of rubber.
How do I get up here?
I just jumped from the lower roof. But
Your parents should be happy that you're a good person.
like, I probably said this before, but I am incredibly fortunate that my mom is a good person and she's understanding.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't have that. They have parents who are awful and who put a lot of expectations on them when they're not able to meet them.
Yeah.
And I used to have a lot of problems when I was younger about just lying about doing the things that I was supposed to be doing because I didn't know how to say I can't do it, I'm not able to do it.
Yeah.
And as it turns out, I having an intellectual disability, right? Cognitive disability, I needed more help than what I got.
Yeah.
When I was younger. But my brother got attention when he was a kid because he had a physical disability with his arm that made it so he could not write.
Yeah.
He literally is incapable of writing. Which, the thing about that kind of confused me is, like, if it was in one particular arm, why didn't he just learn to write with his other arm? But that's, it was 20 years ago, whatever. But he got all this attention and got this help, and I didn't.
I had a similar problem. Like, my brother got his autism diagnosed, and, like, they did all these things to support him. Well, I was having symptoms, and I ended up masking them because I didn't want them to think that there was something wrong with me. It was like, oh, they already have all that energy put in on him. And they don't have the resources to put on me. So I'm just going to be the unproblematic child.
Well, I didn't get to choose to be unproblematic. I was problematic regardless because it always came out because at the end of the semester, my grades were terrible. And I couldn't focus to do homework. I never could.
My grades were good, I just wasn't making friends.
Well, I had friends.
They were worried about me not making friends, but they were like, oh, at least you got good grades, which will get you into college, which will get you a future. But then I'm in college, and I still have good grades, but then I'm, like, constantly having crises because I can't make a single friend.
Yeah. I was okay socially just because there was a bunch of other fucking big-ass nerds that were around me, a bunch of other people who were similar, and so I had a handful of friends. But I also went to a school that had, like, 2,000 kids. So the odds are there was gonna be kids there that were similar to me.
Yeah. See, my graduating class was 16 people. So, like,
my graduating class was 350, and we were the smallest class in a decade.
Christ. Yeah, 16 people, there was no one like me. Like, the closest person was my girlfriend, who was the class below me.
Yeah.
Turns out we're both trans and both hate the Catholic Church now.
Yeah, well, going to a Catholic school is gonna do that to you.
Oh, Mothman, you're fine for the dump. I love learning more facts about you. You're a very cool person. All of you here are cool people. I just wish that everybody could get what they needed, but sometimes it's just not like that. It sucks.
A frustrating thing for me is realizing that I could have had help a lot earlier in my life.
Oh yeah, same here.
Because literally when I was 6 years old, the school that I was at, like the school psychologist told my mom that I needed to be on ADHD meds, or ADD, I guess it's called at the time.
Yeah.
And knew that kind of medication is very hard on children, and so she chose not to have me put on it. But I'm like,
me.
Right there! There it was! 25 years ago! And it's just like, I can't blame her for making that choice because I understand the concern that she had. But I also am frustrated.
Disability as a trophy. That's disgusting.
It's frustrating to me because I know that I could have had help a lot sooner.
My mom was like that with my brother. She's like, my son has autism, blah blah blah. It's like, you don't need to go around telling people that.
Yeah. That's the other thing I don't understand about parents that have kids with autism is that they often
They make it their
will-
personality.
or they'll wear it as like a badge of shame. Like, I understand being exhausted because your kid takes more energy to care for than the average kid. Okay, but you don't have to, some people will treat it like...
They're just
No,
a
they treat-
person. Move on.
It's not just that, because there is something to be said that autistic folks do have, on average, more needs, and that's not something that they can control. But it also is not something that should be... It's not something that should be treated as like, oh, these parents are like martyrs because they're taking care of these children. It's like, no, that's your fucking job to take care of your kid. It's like, if you need a break, you need a break, right?
Yeah.
Anybody who has any kind of mental disabilities is going to often require more energy of the people who are caring for them, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the fact of life. So that's why I've never understood, the like Facebook groups or whatever where parents will talk about, oh, it's so difficult, blah blah blah, and it's like, yeah, it is. But like, you also have to be prepared for this when you decide to become a parent.
Yeah.
I guess that's just me looking at it like
Like,
why
if you're
would
gonna
you-
become a parent, be prepared that your kid's gonna be gay or trans or autistic or physically disabled, I am
And
not seeing these spots.
And it's like, in the same breath, you also have to be able to accept that, yeah, sometimes it's going to be overwhelming and you're going to need help. Because, shit, dude, people need assistance. Everybody needs support, and there's nothing wrong with getting it or asking for it. But so many people think that they have to do everything by themselves. And I've just never understood it. Alright, wooden trim.
Fixing your TBI, you're gonna always have that brain damage.
Yeah. I mean, you're never gonna be able to... I don't understand the logic of,
What are we missing?
like, finding a cure for things, right?
You don't need to cure autism.
You don't need to cure autism. You don't need to cure, other... Like, you don't need to cure ADHD, right? Treating it is usually enough. It's one of these wooden trims, isn't it?
I'm
And a
not
window?
seeing anything. I hit the tab, nothing's lighting up. I point the
Because it's
cursor at it.
It's going to be something that's hidden in a crevice. But knowing that there's also a window frame somewhere, you can point at all the window frames and...
I did that. Ooh! If mental health facilities like that were actually good, I'd probably ask my mom to send me to one to get major anxiety treatment. Chucky milk! Yeah, but they're not good. They feed you garbage food.
No, I mean, garbage food is what they have.
Oh, I found it. It's this round one.
Okay, it's a round window frame.
Yeah.
Okay, but we still have to find the wooden trim. Oh, I found it.
Where'd it go? How'd the ladder end up there? Stop it. It keeps doing it!
Turn around! Look where I got thrown!
Get out of the street!
I got yeeted across the fucking yard, dude!
I'm proud of you, Uzwin.
I can't even... Oh, this ladder is not having a good time.
Cool, I can
You
go to bed now.
You sat that ladder down and I got thrown across the damn yard. Holy crap, that was the funniest thing.
This is so satisfying. I don't care if that took us an extra half hour. And then we'll do the shoe house and the skate park next week. That was awesome. I had fun doing this with you, and we had a really good discourse. I love having discourse with you guys. Because disability rights and mental health rights is like stuff that I'm really passionate about. So, if you're interested in more Jill next Thursday, Jill's cool with that, right?
Yeah, I'll be around.
Yeah. If in case you forgot, next week or on Saturday, literally 2 days from now, I'm doing a fundraising stream. Check it out. 12 to 10. It's gonna be cool. So keep your eyes peeled. You can read this on Twitter, etc. So let's find someone to raid to. And then, ooh, Furry's live. Let's give Furry some love. And then I'm gonna go to bed because I'm very tired. I might have a little handful of pretzels first. So I feel like we're a good little family right now, talking about our little stuff. So
Yeah. I mean, it's always better to be able to talk about stuff and not feel like you have to hide it.
yeah.
So, you know, there's no shame in talking about things that are difficult or talking about things that you just have to deal with.
My computer's getting slow.
The thing I've noticed a lot is that other people will get super uncomfortable, and then it's like harder to talk about it. But it's like we could just talk about things that are uncomfortable.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
don't have to make a big deal about it being uncomfortable.
Anyway, let's go say hi to Furry. He's playing Pokemon Emerald. He's a good friend of mine. So, if you love Mudkips, if you love man buns, let's hang out with Furry. And I'll see you guys on Saturday. And if you forgot, please remember that we love you. Bye.